How'd you like that new that new intro?
Horrible.
That was classic.
Oh man. Welcome guys. Thanks for joining us here on Rendered Reality. Sorry about the little dial-up. We were going classic on you. Some of you guys might not even know what that's actually truly from, probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember that very distinctly from any time you would get online from back in the day. So I love that sound. It's just like reminiscent. You know
I
what I
know
mean?
it's great. I had to cut a little bit at the end though. It gets a little obnoxious, so I won't put you guys through that torture. We don't need to relive it. But so what do we got today, Sean?
We got all kinds of stuff. We got some. We're gonna do our drawing for the Mumut giveaway. We got some game keys to give away. We got a little bit of exclusive footage of a game you guys have seen that's not out yet, but you guys have seen a little bit of footage of this game. But we have some exclusive footage to show you guys. And what did you want to start out with this morning?
I wanted to hear a little music.
You wanted to hear music? Let's start out with some
Maestro?
music for this morning.
Absolutely. We've been wanting to play it.
We missed it last time. We did. We wanted to play it last show. We didn't because it was right after the Quest release. So.
Give you something to wake up to.
Every day felt like free. Now that it's here, I feel I could burst. I'll go get you day one on May 21st. Oh, Oculus Quest, you'll be the best. We'll wear you on our heads and we'll be free. No limit to what we could be. Oculus Quest. Oh, oh. I remember the day when I first heard the news that your name had changed. Goodbye, Santa Cruz. Soon we'll remember the good old days of fighting over release dates and Oculus names. One guy ate a sock and now he's Reddit fame. Oh, Oculus Quest, you'll be the best. We'll wear you on our heads and we'll be free. No limit to what we can be. Oculus Quest, no limit to what we can be. Oculus Quest.
We,
Oh,
back to that.
man.
We really have no limit to what we can be now. It's out. We all have it. We've had it for what, 2 weeks now? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's true. Yeah, just under,
Something like that. Life's
Yeah.
been a little crazy lately. So I accidentally switched back to the dial-up sound there for a second, but I'm used to where that
stop.
scene is. I'm used to where that is, but anyways, I talked a little bit about how we were putting our house up for sale and buying another one, and we did that this week. So our current house went on the market, and we had a whole bunch of offers within 2 days, and we already have a contract. So I will be getting a bigger VR room studio here pretty soon. Hopefully, this room's pretty small, so this is the smallest room in our current house. So I am looking forward to having a little bit more space and having a bigger desk. Because right now my desk is tiny because I only planned on having it for the PC to play VR games. So I have like no space on it. It's like a minimal desk. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, I don't have a really big desk either, but for VR, I mean that's all you need. I mean I have a bigger desk I use behind me, but for VR I have it's another desk actually.
right.
But yeah, you got shoved into the closet at your house, which
Yeah,
a lot of
small
people do.
room.
I mean, it's amazing the pictures that people put out there of what space they're using.
Yeah, for
It's,
sure.
I mean, barely enough to walk through, and I get it. I mean, you use what you got, you know.
Yeah. So somebody
yeah.
did spot something already in a video.
That was fast.
I don't know
That
what
was
they
really
saw,
fast,
but
man. I can't believe how fast. Yeah, we actually we've been working with them, we've been playing with them. We got some test ones that we've been trying, but we actually did finally make some merch. We're working
Couple
on
things.
it. It's a slow progress. But yeah, we threw out a couple things just in case you guys do want it. I know we wanted it just for ourselves,
Right.
so kind of did it for that. Yeah, actually, the one cup on the right there is actually double-sided as well. The one on the left is kind of the Founders Edition. That's like the first one.
That's the one we currently have.
Yeah, we even named it Mugshots because honestly, we love seeing your guys' coffee pictures. Like that's our favorite thing. Like,
for sure.
It is. We really do love it.
So, somebody asked what we were going to be giving away today. Who was that? So that is ZWO meter. And so we are going to be doing the drawing for the Mumut grip giveaway. So that is just like these here.
Live too, I think.
Yeah, we're going to do that live. Yeah. So make sure if you were in that, I think we have like 290 people that entered or something like that. I don't remember. But make sure you check your email because
not
entries. Yeah, right. Entries. So we are going to be doing that, and make sure you check your email because if you don't respond within 24 hours, we are going to draw again. So you will be disqualified if you don't respond in 24 hours.
Yeah,
somebody else going to have a shot.
We'll probably throw the next winner up on our Discord.
Yes, and we're gonna do another one on Discord to give away. So watch for that. We haven't done that yet, but it's for these here, which are really awesome. If you didn't see our last video, they work kind of like the index controllers, where you put these straps on, and you can strap them onto your hand. You know, what I mean, they don't go anywhere.
So I didn't know how much I would actually use them or like them. I'm surprised how much I really do.
Yeah,
I really like them way better than what it comes with or having nothing. It's that free like. You really feel like you don't have to hold on to them at all.
Right, and it really does give you some extra length, too. It gives you some extra length, some extra grippiness. I mean, it really does help a lot. So I do actually want to get another set of these for the Rift, for the Quest. These are on the Rift S controllers right now, but they're actually sold out. So I think they're sold out right now on the website. All this stuff, so Quest and everything must be selling really good because, I mean, we did a VR cover video. You did a VR cover video just the other day. And the VR cover for the Quest is already sold out, I believe.
I can't believe that. Yeah, the VR. So the first batch, I mean, by the time we got the product early, got a video done for it, got it out. I think next day, which was yesterday, I think it's sold out, like the first batch.
Yeah.
So I think there's still like another month or so now until the next batch goes out. So they're really nice though.
I mean the case is sold out. The Oculus Quest. I've been trying to get that because you got a case. You pre-ordered that, and I didn't. I still don't have a case yet. I've looked at Walmart. I've looked at Best Buy, Amazon. Yeah. Nobody has it. I can't find it anywhere.
The case is awesome. The case hands down. I mean, it should have just come with the case. It's that good. Like. It's awesome. I love it. Everything fits in it. VR cover still on, fits in it. The charger, we did a video on that charger. Best thing ever.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Tyler came up with that to where basically you can put your headset in that case, and he found a battery bank that fits perfectly into the slot thing, so it can charge. So as soon as you're done, you throw it back in the case, plug it back in, and it's like a 10,000 milliamp battery bank.
Yeah, it is, which it's like the newer like battery tech. So like an old 10,000 was like a brick, literally like a brick. And this thing is the exact dimensions minus like 0.1 inch or something on one of them.
So check there's a video of that, and the links are in the description for everything you need for that. And
you have to have the right cable. So make sure you check that video out. It does. Yeah, you have to have the right.
And back to ZWO Meter's question, he asked how to use the enter for the Mumut giveaway. That one ended yesterday, so we ran that for a week long since the last episode. But if you join the Discord, we're going to be giving away another one on the Discord, hopefully here pretty soon. So watch the giveaway section of the Discord. And we also are going to give away some game keys today. I don't remember. I think we got some Angry Birds, Moss. I mean, we got like 4 or 5 game keys to give away. So we're going to do that randomly throughout the show. So definitely. Yeah. And so heads up, have everything ready. So anybody watching right now, have your Steam page open, have your Oculus page open, your Quest, like ready to enter the codes because it's whoever gets it first. It's really quick, and some of these people will have like crazy fast typing fingers. So be ready.
You're giving all the newbies to our show a unfair advantage now. So that's not that.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's true. But
sorry, I'm chugging the coffee. It's not the cup I've been waiting all morning to have some.
Yeah, I haven't had any coffee yet either, so I did bust out the
there you go.
The French press again, so I have some on hand. And Greg's VR said that he's been banging away in some poker stars, and he said he's been seeing a lot of new Quest people. I did watch one of his previous videos where there was a bunch of new Quest people, so I did download that on Quest. I still haven't went in yet.
I know. I need to try that, just like chilling on the couch. Like that's super awesome.
So I'm gonna have to have Greg's VR teach me how to play some poker. But I mean, this week's been crazy. This last week, so hopefully things are gonna start to calm down. You know, we're gonna be moving soon, and that's gonna be a little crazy. But I've gotten into a couple games this week on the Quest. I haven't got to spend a whole lot of time in it, but I did get into some games, and I did take it to my sister's house because on the one day when we were showing the house, I couldn't come home until like 9 o'clock. So I took the Quest to my sister's house, and they tried some stuff. They were really blown away. They had tried the Rift CV1 in the past, And I don't think they were expecting too much from this because it was a mobile thing. You know, they knew I had to have this beefy gaming PC to run that thing.
And they saw the Go before too, so they probably thought it was like that.
Yeah, they did see the Go. But and they were impressed with the Go. They really liked the Go too, but they were really impressed with the Quest. You know, I put my brother-in-law into Vader Immortal, and he was like, he didn't want to come out of it. Like the kids were like, "Give me a chance, give me," and he was like, he didn't want to come out. You know, because it is.
I was the same way.
And Vader Immortal is really
awesome.
good. Yeah. So and I put I can't remember what else. I know I put my youngest nephew, which he's only like 5 or 6, in the robot thing. What is that? First Contact.
Yeah, First Contact.
And it wasn't really, you know, it's kind of too big for his head and everything, and I didn't want to leave him in there for very long, so I just gave him a couple, you know, like a minute or two, but he was like, I mean, he was blown away, because all he'd ever done, and it's been a while, was like one of the under the ocean things where you just see the fish, and even that, he was like, loved it when he was a little bit younger.
Oh, yeah.
So, but I mean, he like did not want to stop, and he just kept, every time I see him now, he's like, can I do the head thing? And I put the head thing on. So.
I was the same way, and I think I said last week on the show, I don't know if it was to you personally or on the show, but I played so long when all my lights turned out in the house from home automation, and it didn't have any light for tracking and stuff. And I didn't even realize how late it was, but I couldn't go out of it. I know. Yeah.
So gaming science teacher is in here, and she's been putting out some videos. I watched her first one because she got the Quest, and I watched her first video of doing, I think it was First Contact. And so she recorded her initial reactions and everything and all that. I thought that was really cool. I did watch that. So if anybody wants to see that, I thought that was pretty neat, because I think that was her first experience with like any kind of 6 degree of freedom VR. I think she might have tried like a Google Cardboard before that, but never anything else. So
wow, that's a big step.
Yeah, so to have that 6 degrees of freedom and hand presence and everything, that's pretty huge. So
yeah, Danky Gamer just asked too, and we're hitting stuff on the chat now, but if we have a Twitter account, and yes, we do. We have a Twitter account now. We're still, you know, learning. We're not. Neither of us have been on Twitter and stuff ourselves personally. It was just nothing that really, you know, interests me. I'm more into like photography and stuff like that. So I was always like Instagram, Flickr, that kind of side. But yeah, I mean, we did start one. We had a bunch of you guys asking for it and stuff, so we did.
Yep. It is just Rendered Reality. So if you search Rendered Reality, it should come up on Twitter. So
yep.
I don't know if you want to. We can go ahead and show the newest mug shots. I did add in some other ones too. Some of the older ones. I just threw a bunch of them in here. So these are the people that.
That's awesome.
And if anybody's new here, if you follow our Discord, T-Dub, which is right there in the picture, he actually gave us the idea of a mug shots section. So basically, if you go into the mug shots section, you can show off your coffee cups, your setup, whatever. So we usually try to get those onto the show because we really like seeing what everybody is drinking out of. Because I mean, we are big coffee fans, hence the name of the show, Coffee and VR. Two things we love a lot. So.
Which sadly, I'm drinking Folgers today. I'm on backup. So it's, you know, it works. It gets me through the day. But
yeah, I have Starbucks right now. I don't have any of the Pete's Major Dickinson blend. I ran out, so I'm gonna have to get some more of that. So
yeah, I'd love, like, if anybody has like a go-to coffee that's like maybe one we haven't heard of or something. I do need to order some. So let me know. Hit us up on the Discord comments, wherever.
Coffee's kind of like, you know how there's a big craft beer scene, like, you know, everybody's all about these craft beers. To me, coffee's kind of the same way. Like, you know, I mean, there's so many smaller coffee makers and all that stuff that make a really good product. So I like trying other things. I don't like to drink the same thing all the time.
Way bigger too.
Yeah, for sure.
Really
So.
Instagram, man.
So we really have a lot to get into. I don't even know where you want to start, to be honest.
Let's see. Oh, I do just want to say, just before I get going, my dad's doing better. Thank you guys for asking stuff. But he's doing a lot better. He's home, at least, so that's all that matters.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy for a little while.
Yep. But I guess we can get into some of the stuff that's happened in the past week. So how about Pixel Ripped? That announcement. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, Pixel Ripped 1995.
I'm really excited for Pixel Ripped. The style. That's all. I love anything vintage. I like anything old school with new school. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. They did a really good job on the first one, and I'm definitely looking forward to seeing, because I'm guessing they're going to stick to more of the 1995 era of game type stuff and the feeling. So I don't even remember what that was in 95. Like, what was the real popular thing in 95? Was that like Sega Genesis or?
Like game wise, well, to me, looking at the picture, like that's a straight rip of Saved by the Bell.
I was gonna say, like that
Like,
looks exactly like
straight
Saved by the
rip
Bell
off.
to
I
me.
know.
I don't know if that'll have anything to do with it. I doubt it, but
even
that would
just
be really
scrolling
cool
some
because I'm a big Saved by the Bell fan. I love Saved
Yeah.
by the Bell, Full House, all those shows I watched as a kid. You know, I still love
know.
those shows. So, but
But
it totally does. That background is exactly like Saved by the Bell
You
background.
could make a game of just like in the restaurant of Saved by the Bell, like cafeteria restaurant, whatever that was.
Right.
And I could live in that. That would be awesome.
Oh my goodness, that'd be
I actually
ridiculous.
met Screech, by the way.
Did you?
Crazy story, yeah.
Wasn't he in
I
jail
was
for
at
a
that.
while?
So one of my friends worked at a radio station. He was, had a radio channel that he was host of, and he would always get tickets and stuff. So he's like, "Hey, you want to go to the? Let's see, I think it was Goo Goo Dolls. They were playing, and Sarah McLaughlin, whatever. She was there, and we were backstage talking to him and stuff, just kind of BSing. And for whatever reason, Screech was there. I don't know if he was like
What?
friends with one of them or something. He was an absolute, horrible person. He
Really?
was, yes. It
That's
was.
hilarious.
I couldn't believe it. He thought he was the coolest thing since sliced bread, and I'm like, dude, you haven't had a TV show in like 20 years. Like,
And that was the only thing he was ever really on. I mean, he might have been on some other stuff.
yeah,
but
he was in some. Other
yeah,
ones.
I'm pretty sure he got locked up for a while too. I think he
Oh.
like stabbed somebody or something. I can't remember for sure, but I mean,
don't-
Screech. I mean, he got picked on a lot. I mean, he was kind of a nerd, and you know what I mean. So what do you expect?
Well, he played a nerd, but I think he thought he was like super
Right,
cool.
right. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome though. That's pretty cool. So somebody, Lapdog in chat just said that we need to ban. So Paulo Triani. He said, "Shocking truth, I don't like coffee or tea. Pepsi Max is the only way to get my caffeine." So somebody said we need to ban him because he's not drinking coffee. We won't go that far, but
So try one of those Mountain Dew, those what are the Game Fuels or whatever they are? I actually have one in the fridge. I've been drinking them. They're really good.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
resealable on the top and everything. I really like those.
somebody said he's a non-believer.
Non-believer, exactly. Get him out of here. What are
Oh,
you
that's
doing
funny.
here?
That's so awesome.
Kidding.
So,
Yeah. So just to hit real quick, I kind of grabbed them while we were playing Benji's song. But the VR cover stuff, it's super cool. I'm really impressed with it, like the quality of them. They fit really nice. They work really good. I'm really excited about these.
So have you tried both of those? I know it
sucks.
comes with a thinner one and a thicker one.
I haven't tried the thicker one just because I felt like the thinner one was a world of difference, like right
Right.
away. That didn't really want to spoil myself yet because I know what'll happen. I'll probably put that on and then never go back to the other one.
Well, I wonder if the thicker one will actually put the screen a little bit farther away from your face.
It
So I
will.
wonder if you might not like that one as much. Actually, it might, lower
It
the.
still
the-
felt
the-
like it had the same amount of give to it, but maybe
Okay.
just more padding, more area. So I feel like it just covers more space, which would take all that weight directly off.
Right.
But these are awesome. I really am surprised how nice these are. There's even little hooks in here that hook onto it and everything that retain it in, and these are super cool for letting
Yeah.
people try it and stuff.
So on your video when you talked about that, you showed putting one of those in the case. So you're gonna leave one of those
Yeah.
in your Quest case to take with you, right?
yeah,
Because I mean that's probably a
just-
good idea. Because sometimes you don't really want all these people on your
Right.
your face thing that you use all the time. You know what I mean? So it's nice to grab some of those to throw them on to show people, and then if you're like passing around a bunch of people, and then later you can throw them in the washing machine and wash them and put it back in
Right.
your thing. So
And I mean, the VR cover ones, because they're like that pleather material, they're not as bad as like, the factory ones. They would
Right.
absorb all the sweat and everything else. So those are way more prone than just the VR cover, but then that's even another step
Yeah.
further. Because there are people that really don't want anybody touching their headset,
yeah, and the pleather VR cover part it's a lot easier to clean too than the foam. I mean you can wipe that down, so it seems a lot more hygienic
So
than what the
on
foam
these
is.
too, the backside of it, unlike the other ones were all pleather. These ones are actually like a soft felt on the backside that faces the headset.
Oh yeah.
So it's two different pieces, which is pretty cool. I mean, it's just a good solid build.
Yeah.
They just do a
I'm
nice
super
job.
jealous because I haven't got mine. Mine's on order
Yeah.
yet, but I haven't received it yet. So that is one
Yep.
thing I don't love about the Quest is it's not a super comfortable headset right now. Like
Sure.
it needs
That's
a little
fine.
bit of modification to really make it a lot more comfortable. And speaking on that, my wife actually played for a while. I mean, she probably played for about an hour and a half last night. I put her in Moss, which she really liked, and I put her
Oh,
in
yeah.
I Expect You to Die. And normally she didn't ever really want to play a whole lot of VR, and I think one reason was because she didn't feel like coming into the VR room, you know what I mean? And so
Right.
this was nice because we were getting into bed. It was actually late. We had a couple people over last night, and we were getting into bed, and I wanted to mess around a little bit, so she wanted to try it. So she was playing Moss. I was like, well, you could probably play Moss laying in bed, and that worked out pretty good. Except there was a couple times, like when you have to reach down and grab like this pillar thing to pull up for Quill to jump across, and she couldn't get it, so she like punched the bed because she's sitting on the bed, so she had to like punch the bed to get her hand to go low enough and then pull it out. So she had to do that like each time for one. So it's probably not the best laying in bed like that. It'd be better in a chair or something where you have a little bit more freedom of your hands, but it was still, she liked it. It was fun.
I played Apex in bed the other night, and yeah, same thing. Like that, at least you have snaps. Actually, so one of the guys was commenting on our video that was in a wheelchair and stuff, and I said, that's seated and stuff, and you can actually snap the stuff on the ground. But the keyboard was like 2 inches below my bed, so when I'd go to type, it was shallow. So I ended up making it so the keyboard was off to my side, and I'd reach off the bed and type on the keyboard.
Oh, that's awesome. That is one nice thing, because when you have a desktop PC, you're limited to that space. With a regular Rift or Vive or whatever, you're limited to that space to where you can play, because you don't really want to move the desktop PC all over the house. And before Rift S, we have all these sensors everywhere, which I still have mine up, and I haven't used my CV1 since getting my Rift S yet. But I haven't spent a lot of time in Rift S either because of the house for sale stuff going on. But that is nice. Like, you can just take it anywhere. I took it to my sister's house. You can use it in bed. They are coming out with the lights out update for the Quest, to where so if you don't have any light in the room, it'll put it into like a 3'd off headset kind of a thing, so you can do stuff in the dark, watch videos or whatever, instead of having to have the lights on. So that'll be pretty nice.
Speaking of lights out, we had a power outage 2 days ago. And it was out for about 5 hours and no TV and stuff. And the wife was getting a little anxious because, she likes to just chill on the couch and watch some TV, to wind down. So she had played Moss the other day. She tried it. She actually liked it. So no power in the house. And I'm like, hey, you want to play a little Moss in the headset? Perfect. Threw it on, no power, still had VR. I mean, that's awesome.
So what did she think of it? Because your wife hasn't really played a whole lot of VR in the past either. She gets pretty bad motion sick, right? If you depending on what you put her in.
To her is more of like a claustrophobic feel. She doesn't like something strapped to her face.
Right.
But with Moss, because it was sitting still, she loved it. Like, because she could sit there, look down on everything, kind of like an overlook, no problem. Had no issue with any of it. Which I was very impressed with, because she's not even good with the sticks, nothing,
Right.
And she figured all that out, played it for, I don't know, a good 45 minutes or something, which is most. I mean, she would only spend a minute or two.
Right. That's how my wife was. I'm pretty sure she was in it last night for at least about an hour and a half, which is like, that's definitely a record for her. I mean, she hasn't. I think the most time she ever spent in it before was when the Marshall Mathers thing came out.
Oh yeah.
And that's like the 360 kind of video thing, and she wanted to do that. And that was probably the most time she had ever spent in a headset before this. So and it is a little bit uncomfortable for her still. Like, it hurts her face a little bit because of the way it puts the pressure on and stuff. And
you're not used to it.
Yeah, but I think the VR cover is going to help a lot. So I'm really looking forward to that. That'll help a little bit. And I do want to get that other strap for the top that's supposed to distribute the weight a little bit better. So those are some things I'm looking forward to doing. But
yeah, you even thought about making your own strap.
Yeah, actually somebody on Reddit sent me a link to some Velcro strap thing at Walmart that was like $6 for 2 of them, and he used that, and he said it works just like that other $20 or whatever it is. But so I might try something like that. I was gonna order the Studio Form strap, but they're all out of stock. So like everything for Quest right now is out of stock. So I'm just looking to maybe make something since I couldn't order it, but.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that they really like Moss and stuff, and then somebody said they returned it after playing it 20 minutes.
Really?
Which I get it. It's a different style of game. I didn't like, and I can never Lucky's Tale. I didn't like that at first either.
Yeah.
But I played it and was like, it's not really what I want out of VR. But I think now that I've played so much in VR, it's something different.
Yeah. I mean, Moss probably isn't something that I would play a whole lot on the PC, to be honest. Like, I like the shooter games and stuff like that, but I love it on the Quest because it is that kind of thing where you can kind of just chill, lay in bed. Like, you don't have to do a whole lot of movement because you're controlling a character, so you're just kind of a person on the outside controlling everything. And on the Quest, I really liked it. I thought it was really cool. So that's not something I would normally play, but I did really enjoy that. So
right, sure.
So. The main fan said his girlfriend hates it. So she's not a fan of the Quest or not a fan of VR in general.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's some people just aren't into VR, period. I mean, you can't convince them hardly.
Yeah.
So I get it. But, yeah, I mean, there's just so many games and stuff out there that it's,
I'm going to give everybody a little bit of a heads up for the first one. And that's all I'm going to say. Just since it's the first one, so
They'll learn.
since it is the first one, we never know when we're gonna pop something up. So that is up there. This is an Oculus Quest code. So you need to put this into the Oculus Quest. You can do it on the phone app. You can do it in there. You can go to settings and redeem code, I think it is, and you punch that code in. So luckily, the way we do it on here with on the video, you can't copy and paste or anything like that. So it is kind of a little bit more fair, hopefully, that somebody actually has to type it in. So hopefully you were ready. Hopefully you got it typed in there quick.
Well, I could always type in a white text into chat.
Yeah, we could do that. You never know. You got to watch for crazy stuff like that too. We try to make it kind of fair so that it's the same. We don't want the same person to get everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
and
that
if you've got one in the past, just let the next guy.
Or if you already have Moss, I don't know if you can redeem it twice. Anyways, I'm not sure, but
probably not.
I suppose I won't rush to get that code. So that I think he was the one that said he returned it, I believe.
Right,
so I guess that makes sense that he wouldn't rush to get the code. So if somebody does get it, let us know. That way we'll keep it up here for a second so everybody has a chance. But
I like puzzle games myself. Like I love. Oh, speaking of, I did want to hit this up. So Abduction, which is made by Cyan that made this and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That's actually free right now.
Right.
Over on GOG.
Well, I got a question. What is GOG? Because I saw that and I was like, I don't know what that is.
So GOG is kind of like a Hubble Bubble deal, where you can get games and stuff off of it, discounts and stuff like that. They do packages where they get them cheaper.
I had no idea. I saw that online and I was like, I don't know what GOG is.
So it's up until today. I'm not sure how much longer. I know it's still running at least part of today, but that's all VR compatible. So make sure you grab that. And I think you have to add it to your library. It's kind of weird. It took me a little to figure it out myself, but you click the link for the giveaway, and I could probably put it down in our description.
Yeah.
But you go to it and then scroll down and find it in their main screen, and it says something like, giveaway or click here or something, claim.
Yeah, that's for free.
Yeah, you have to either create an account or link
but
a
it doesn't
Facebook
cost
account.
anything to make an account.
No.
So
and then you add it to your library.
So gaming science teacher did get that key, so that's awesome.
Nice. That's cool. Oh, definitely. It's great. I love it.
So
it's
hopefully she'll
cool
make she might make a video of that too. I don't know how many videos she's planning on doing for every game she tries, or I don't know. Yeah. But so definitely if she does do a video, we'll definitely watch that.
Yeah, I do like Moss. I really do.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's definitely a little something different than what I'm used to playing, but it's nice for the right kind of atmosphere to play in, you know what I mean? Like if you don't want to, or even if you're sick, and you don't want to be moving around all over the place, that'd be something great to just play on the couch, you know what I mean? Just sit on the couch, chill. And
I like the little interactions, like when you lean into the mouse, if you lean real close, he'll turn and wave at you and stuff, or wave you to come over here,
give you little hints and stuff.
Yeah, point at stuff.
Yeah, that's what the wife was doing. So she had figured out, that she could really lean in and look around to see where she needed to go and stuff like that.
Yeah,
because she hasn't played, like I said, she hasn't played much VR, so it was still all kind of like a learning experience for her, how all the controls and everything work. She's just done little stints of things very few times, but
and there's not a ton of physical interaction, so for the controls and not knowing them, that helps.
Right. So I thought that was a pretty good introduction. So if anybody knows though, she really wants a what is that called? I can't think of the word now. A treasure hunt game, but not treasure hunt. I can't think of what it's called now.
Like a hidden thing.
Yeah.
Hidden objects and stuff.
Yeah, she wants something like that on VR, and I can't think of anything that would really fit that exact category. Like scavenger hunt, that's the word she used, a scavenger hunt game. And so if anybody knows of anything, let me know. And I'm sure it's probably not on the Quest yet, but hopefully we got something like that coming. She was looking up some stuff. She was looking up some stuff online. She's like, well, there's this game and this game, but it was all like Google Cardboard type Android stuff that I was like, well, that's not on the Quest.
That would be good for the Quest, though. That would be awesome because look how big those games are on mobile.
Right.
Those are huge on mobile, which I know it's not the same as mobile, but
you could add some really cool things to that aspect. You know what I mean? With it being in VR, a lot different kind of interaction, and you could have things where you can kind of move the world around.
You're putting them in a basket, like a physical basket, collecting up something, that would be cool.
Yeah, so if anybody knows of anything like that, that's what she really wants to play. And I was like, I don't really know of anything off the top of my head that I can think of that would really fit that category exactly.
Someone said Shadow Point, which that's more of a puzzler, but I mean, I guess exploring.
I could put her in that. I haven't tried that one. Yeah, you gotta. I think you have it, but you haven't went in yet either, right?
Right, I haven't yet. No.
So hopefully you can do a video on that one. I don't have that game, but yeah.
Too, because that's definitely my kind of game. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So.
So
hard puzzlers. I like hard stuff though too.
Yeah. One of the ones I like so far, I think the best on Quest is Apex Construct. I got into that a little bit, and that's really good. Like I really like bow games anyways, and that is kind of like a survival type game. Like you have to go around and collect stuff. You have an inventory that you put stuff in. You have like a home space that you go to. Like it was really, really cool. I haven't got into it a whole lot yet, but
I like the home space just in itself. That's super cool.
Yeah,
I really do.
Yeah,
like that.
I spent a lot of time just looking around in there and exploring in there. So far that game is really good. The only thing that I thought that they could do a little bit better was the haptics on the bow pull. Because if you remember playing Rec Room back in the day, like that bow, the way they did the haptics when you pull that bowstring back was really, really good. And they do have
you
the
vibrate faster.
Like it intensifies, I think it was. So I mean, it felt really realistic. Kind of helped to trick you into thinking, you were in that environment. But they did have haptics on the bow. I just thought that if they did it a little bit more like what Rec Room did, that could be enhanced a little bit. But the game is awesome. I really like the game. I can't wait to get into it a little bit more. I haven't got to spend a whole lot of time in VR this week, unfortunately. But
yeah, I've been trying to, much as I can too.
Yeah, for sure. But hopefully next week will be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So do you want to do the drawing now?
Sure. Let's do it, man. Awesome.
We could try it out.
Yeah, so we've never done this live or anything, so we are going to try and see if this works.
So here it is. So we got 290.
Yeah. So those are entries. So there were 4, right? Wasn't there 4?
Yeah, there was 4 ways to enter. So basically you just could enter with your Facebook, your YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, I believe.
So really that could be only 75 people.
Yeah, whatever the math is.
Right.
So there's one prize on this. So we're going to go ahead and draw this, and this is going to be the winner. Are you ready?
Super excited. Someone's lucky.
Here we go.
Super cool.
So one winner to draw. And it is Michael Tyndall. So I don't know. That was a Facebook entry.
Jersey,
that is from Trenton, New Jersey. I don't know if he is in chat. I don't know what. Because a lot of times people's Facebook names aren't the same as their YouTube name.
Oh,
so he was entry number 218, it says.
Isn't that... No. I was trying to think. That image almost looked familiar.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So I don't know if he's in chat.
Yeah.
If he is in chat, go ahead and say something.
Entry number 218. So that was probably a late entry, too.
So I think this automatically sends him an email, right? I can't remember. We've only done one of these before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it automatically sends him an email.
Yep. Yeah, that's all. These are super cool. Somebody's really, definitely.
So he's got 24 hours. So
yeah,
I guess if we don't hear back from him in 24 hours, maybe we'll just try to redraw and announce it on Discord.
Yeah.
So maybe try to watch the Discord, and if we do redraw, it's going to send you an email anyway. So even if you're not this guy in 24 hours from now, so what time is it now?
Pull that down.
10:30. Yeah. So
on there, poor guy.
it is. It is 10:30. So.
Yep.
10:30 tomorrow. If we don't have an email back, then we will redraw. So that is the winner of the Mumut touch grip. But like I said, we are going to give another set of these away on Discord. So keep an eye on there on the giveaway section. So
yeah, and if he is hearing this too, catching us, let us know what you think about him too, because we really like him.
Everybody that's got him so far, like we put out that one video and stuff on him, and I've put out some stuff on Reddit, and everybody that has got him has said so far that they really like him. And I know Tyrell Wood put out one. I think Mike from Virtual Reality Oasis, I just saw a tweet from him that I think he just ordered some, or he just got some in and he really liked them. So it's not like a super complicated design, but it just works. It just works really well. It's nice to have something extra to grip onto. It's nice to be able to let go of the controller and the controller stays there. And I didn't keep my factory strap in there, and you can. So you can keep the regular strap in there, and you can put that around your wrist too if you are worried about it flying off or anything like that. But they stay put pretty well. Yeah, they stay put. So as far as the giveaways, we did want to mention that I think we're getting close to like around 800 subs now or something like that. We are going to try to do kind of a big giveaway for 1,000 subs. So.
You did want to talk about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll probably do probably after our Coffee and VR episode of when we get close to that 1,000 subs. We'll do an extra like little episode afterwards, like an after show, and we'll just give a bunch of stuff away. So we're probably going to try to give away some coffee gift cards, maybe some Steam gift cards. I don't know about Oculus because you can't buy Oculus gift cards. So I don't know. I don't know how we're going to do that yet. I don't know any way to get Oculus gift cards.
Hey, we could give away a coffee cup. didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, we could do some stuff like that. So we'll definitely spread the word a little bit if you can. Help us get there, and we'll definitely try to do something cool for a giveaway after we reach that. Yeah, we should have socks.
My wife's excited about the socks.
I do want some socks. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I wanted to talk about sideloading Pavlov onto the Quest. So I haven't done that yet, and I just have not had the time. I wanted to just because I want a shooter on the Quest so bad. But everybody seems to act like it runs pretty good on it.
Yeah, I think if Mame Fan is still in here, he did do that, and I believe he did a video on it too.
Yeah, I think so.
And he could probably talk about it a little bit in chat. But if you go to their Discord, if you join their Discord, you can get the files from their Discord and then sideload it to the Quest. And it's not that hard to do. It's not anything like super complicated. And it is getting official support too, which I really look forward to the official support because that's even that much easier. So definitely keep an eye on that. And we are going to try that. Like I said, we've just these past couple of weeks have been insane, and things will calm down here pretty soon. But
maybe I can talk Dave Hills and put our maps on there too.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they're going to do the custom map support unless they change that, but he could upload it on there if he wanted.
No way. And you know how big my maps are? They're like 3 gigs, man.
Well, the one map was really... Well,
the one map's not, yeah.
I don't know how that would work for Quest, how it compresses it or anything.
Well, you'd have to
pull a bunch of stuff out, huh? Yeah, a bunch of assets and
textures, assets, everything.
Yeah, that's true. So speaking of shooters, though, we did just see that Contractors, which is one of our favorite games, came to the Oculus Store, which I didn't even know that was happening. I didn't even know that was in the works. I don't think they've said anything about that. So it is available on Oculus Store now, which is great.
Yeah, it just helps it get... Some people only buy Oculus stuff. I mean, I know for a long time we used to only buy Oculus because Steam was so rough on the Oculus's headsets at first. Like, we felt there were so many issues with the software and
we had pretty low-end PCs back... Well, I guess they weren't that low-end back then, but, I mean, we still weren't running anything crazy back then. So we did have... We just found that we had more issues with things running smoothly on Steam than we did Oculus, but that's not really the case anymore. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yeah, it was more just running 2 softwares and stuff.
Yeah, that was old school, but...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was looking... so you have... I read something about 2070s having issues with the Rift S. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
About the ports?
Well, I think a lot of laptops. Is that what you're talking about? Just laptops in general, or are you talking about just 2070s?
Just 2070s.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
So, because you have a 2070, but you haven't tried it yet on your new laptop.
Yeah, I just got a laptop in with a 2070, but luckily my laptop does have a mini display port. So a lot of the issues with the laptops is that they only have an HDMI, and currently there's no way to run a Rift S with an HDMI. So that's the issue. But this one, I haven't tried it yet. I just got it like yesterday or the day before, and it does have a mini display port, so I am going to try setting up the Rift S on the laptop.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that'll be nice, definitely. I don't know. For some reason, the one guy I thought I said it had a main display port, but it wasn't. Something was weird because it was a 2070 or something. I don't know.
I haven't heard any issues about any 2070s in general.
Yeah, it's... Oh. So, are we allowed to talk about boiling steel?
I believe so. I don't see why not.
About the new tests and stuff they're running? That wasn't private, was it?
I don't think so.
Think so. About them testing, let's see, because they're running like wave. They're not running it like a wave shooter, are they? Is that what it is?
No, I don't think so.
Or is it more just a like multiplayer?
I don't know. I got a message from them, but I haven't really had time to look into it too much. That was Mirrorwind, right? They're the ones with Boiling Steel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they've been working actually really hard on that. I really want to get back into it because when we saw it, it was super early.
It was early. Yeah, they've done a lot of updates from that. So they're doing. I think they're basically just doing a bunch of play tests and balance of complexity of the fights and the new levels for their new alpha version.
But I mean, they've been putting a ton of time into that too. Not just in everything. I really do need to see it. I went back in though, and I wanted to play with somebody, so I tried seeing if there was somebody online, and there wasn't. I was hoping somebody was just going to randomly be on testing it.
Can you do multiplayer right now? I didn't know if multiplayer was.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Space Ops.
Oh yeah, Space Ops actually released. I think that's actually out now. So we need to go back in that too, because they had done some updates since the last time we were in it anyways. And it was looking, I mean, it was already really good. I mean, it really had a Halo kind of a feel to it to me. And that was a really good game. So that is fully out now. I believe it's only on Steam, though.
Yeah, I was going to see. I want to see how many people actually have been playing that. Wow, a lot of people. Wow, there's a lot of people.
So
playing
that's
that.
VRLFG. Is that what you're checking? If anybody doesn't know,
Yeah.
it's VRLFG.net, I believe, and that'll show you active players currently on Steam games, not Oculus, but on Steam.
Yeah, contractors went up to 57.
That's good.
Yeah.
And now you should have a bigger player base too if you got people
Right.
picking it up on the Oculus store too. So
I didn't see anywhere where it said, cross compatibility. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I'm
I don't
sure
know
it
why
is,
they
yeah.
would release it without. Everybody does nowadays. It seems
yeah,
like.
between Oculus and Steam, I'm sure it is.
It has to be. Yeah, but I don't see. I can search for it. Search for Space Ops here. There we go. Yeah, there was 11 people on. There's 2 on right now, actually. So
On
that's pretty
Boiling
cool.
Steel?
On Space Ops.
Oh, Space Ops.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, that's
there
awesome.
were 11 on here today, which is cool. Simultaneous, but yeah.
So speaking of new games, Blood and Truth came out.
Yeah,
And,
this does look amazing.
This looks amazing. So if you have
I know.
PSVR, I mean, this seems like one of the best games on PSVR right now. People, we haven't played this because we don't currently have PSVR, and I think we probably may look into getting a PSVR 2 whenever that comes out, because I feel like that's going to be PSVR 2 is going to be really a big time competitor, I feel like. But I mean, this game looks awesome, and people that have played this have talked about it, and they've talked about the player interaction and characters and stuff like that being on another level compared to what we've really seen in VR.
Developers are definitely going to start probably pushing towards PSVR just because of the amount of units out there. I mean, that's what they all look at,
right?
The amount of buyers that are out there. So
yeah, I mean, they got to make money, so they got to have a lot of people that are able to buy this game.
And they may not make as big of a cut through PlayStation, but still.
Hopefully that happens with Quest too, because I do believe we have a lot of Quests have sold.
I still want to know numbers of the Quest.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find out. I mean, Rift CV1 has been selling for over 3. Well, it sold for like 3 years, and they never said anything. I mean, the only thing we had to go by was the Steam charts and how many headsets they were seeing on Steam, month to month, and that was really all. We don't know what that number is. So
it's sad. I know. I do wish we knew that, because I feel like if the developers knew that too, it would just help. I mean, pushing people over into developing for VR.
Yeah, but they might not want to put those numbers out, because up until this point with Quest, those numbers
wasn't good enough.
They weren't really what they wanted them to be, I'm sure. So they didn't probably want to put that out there, and people be like, "Oh, there's only that many headsets out there. Why would I develop for that?" You know what I mean? So hopefully that number does go up. And Penji said she needs some coffee stat. And I don't know if she was in here in the beginning, but we did play your video. We did play that. We started it off. We woke everybody up with a Quest song. So I don't know if she was here yet for that. Yeah. So.
Yep. So
awesome.
Speaking of development, the Logitech working on that Stylus.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that's super cool. That's awesome.
I do have a video of that, and we can actually let that play the sound because they kind of talk about it, and I didn't really know a whole lot about it until I watched this. So I'm gonna let this play.
Think of this as the first mouse of this next computer paradigm.
Virtual reality gives us this great opportunity to engage with our designs better than we ever have before.
Logitech VR Ink Pilot Edition. The future of what it is to manipulate and create in virtual reality.
One of the most exciting things right now is watching VR technologies become more advanced. With these new technologies like Logitech's VR Ink, we're able to create in a natural way in an environment that's more productive and efficient than ever before.
Logitech Ink has allowed us to accelerate the design process.
I don't want to spill.
Getting to market faster, quicker is a huge competitive advantage.
Our mission here is really to help enable those development processes to be more efficient and more effective. It's super exciting. The early results look fantastic.
We're showing the world a glimpse of what the future might be.
VR Ink is giving people power at their fingertips. It's a super simple tool based on the precision of that familiar pencil grip that everybody knows how to use.
They're able to design in 2D and then literally pull the design out into 3D, which is absolutely groundbreaking.
With a pressure-sensitive main button and tip that deliver super fine control in the air and on a physical surface. What VR Ink is achieving is respecting the craftsmanship of drawing against a surface, whilst also contributing to a model in 3D.
We're probably 40% quicker, 40% more accurate, just game-changing.
We think we've got the right tool, but we need the right partners. We want you to reach out to us, and we want you to engage and help us create together the future of what it is to create virtual reality.
So I mean, that looks really cool, actually. And I think it's mainly geared toward developers, right?
Oh, sure it is. Yeah, it's all corporate sided, but I mean, it's for the normal Joe Schmo, unless you like tilt or what's the brush or
Tilt brush.
yeah, tilt brush.
And there's another one too.
Yeah, I just Quill. That's the other one.
Yeah.
It would not pay. I'm sure that's going to be an expensive piece of hardware there. But I think it's great just for developing inside of VR, just because, you can see the scale. On a computer, you just don't know unless you're like literally standing in front of it.
Right.
I have a friend of mine who works on, did work on cranes and stuff like that. Got to work on one of the SpaceX things. But like, if they have to modify something, they can go in and be like, hey, we want to pull this rail up to, arm height instead of being waist height, and like drag it up and like, oh, that looks perfect, or stuff like that would just be super cool. But
yeah,
I know it's going to be hard for people to adapt to it because people are so used to drawing in CAD and
well, they said something about it being, I think in the video, about it being like 40% faster for development, which is awesome, because development of games, like true AAA games, they usually take years. So anything that we can do to make that faster, so we as consumers don't have to wait as long for these really AAA games will definitely be a perk,
Oh yeah, it definitely is. How cool would it be though if you were, working with an object and designing it, and you had somebody else in there in VR with you,
right?
Or a team of people developing one thing. They were showing examples of like a car, but what if you had like 4 guys in there sculpting a car, and another guy watching that's just,
and you could totally do that.
Something. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
that's totally possible, and especially now with the clarity going up in the headsets, like even the Rift S, that wasn't a huge resolution bump, but the clarity of text and stuff like that is so much more legible now. Like you can actually do a little bit more actual work inside of VR than what you were able to before, because you just couldn't see things. Like you couldn't read text and stuff like that good enough to be able to, and it's only going to get better.
Right.
It's going to get a lot better soon.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, fantasy films. You're saying probably $200. Yeah, if that was the price, that wouldn't be too horrible. That'd be nice. But it's crazy though. All these companies that develop like headsets and then they decide to go corporate, it's just the price just skyrockets. Like they just jack everything up. I know a lot of those headsets and stuff.
I believe they did release the price. I can't remember where I saw that, and I think it was around 200, but I'm not sure. I might just be dreaming that, but.
That wouldn't be too horrible. And that makes it reachable for somebody that wants to use it. Even if you're not a developer, if you really like Tilt Brush and Quill and stuff like that, that would still be really cool to be able to do. Like I know when I was watching VR 365, Anthony was talking about drawing on an actual wall, like an actual physical wall as your template.
Yeah, which would be cool. Yeah. That would be really neat. So I noticed Mame Fan said he beat Blood and Truth. He said he gives it a 7.5, but he's a beast. I guess he completes quite a few games that a lot of us don't always get all the way through. So that is one game that I'm super interested in, though. That looks really good, and we are getting Defector, so hopefully Defector will kind of fill that void a little bit for me whenever that comes out. And I could always go up to Mame Fan's house and probably try his Blood and Truth. I'm sure he's not that far from me, so I'm sure he would be all right with that. But yeah, the game looks really good. We should talk about this other game that we got a little bit of exclusive footage for.
Yeah, for sure.
We're going to show you the first mechanics video first, because this is going to show you kind of how the game. Yeah, if you haven't seen this before, this is going to show you kind of how the game works. But this is called Hollow-ception. Yep. So we could probably play the audio here, because the audio is pretty cool.
Sure. Yeah, I think this game looks awesome. So just totally something different. The look of it.
Yeah, this is something different we haven't seen in VR. In all honesty. So I do have the audio on, but it's not anything talking, so it can just kind of play in the background. But
yeah, I think it reminds me, there used to be an old YouTube video, like back in the days of when YouTube started, of these stick figure characters. And it reminds me of it. I forget what it was. They used to go like shooting each other and stuff. I forget what it was called.
Looks so cool.
I wish I could find it.
It's almost like you're orchestrating this great thing. You know what I mean? Like, because you're controlling them with your hands, like almost like a puppet. You know what I mean? And it's just.
I know.
It's a little different than anything we've seen before. It's really cool. I think the developer name is Hollow-ception, I believe.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and you can check out their website. They do have a website. I don't know if we put that in the description, but we can add
I'll
that
throw it in the. Yeah, I will. I'll throw it in the description for sure. But yeah, I can throw the Steam link, and I think they do have a Steam link up already.
Yeah. So this is still in early development. This isn't kind of any finished product yet. This is just something they're working on, but we wanted to show you this trailer first,
awesome.
So you gotta kind of get a feel of how this game is controlled and how this game is played. And they sent us some footage that hasn't been seen yet. That's kind of some exclusive footage we're going to show you guys.
the blood.
It looks really cool.
I know.
I mean, it's so hard because I mean, even looking at it, it's probably so much cooler in VR even than what it even looks like here.
Well, just like Moss, like that's not one I would think I would like, and I love Moss.
Yeah, like
you know
on a flat screen, you can't understand. Like, so I really look forward to getting inside of this and see what it feels like. But so this is the new trailer, and I will turn on the sound for this too. So they've added a lot of weapons, it looks like.
Could you imagine just like 30 of them running at you?
Oh, man. And there's drones.
Yep. Amazing. And grenades. I so cannot wait to play that though.
I know, it looks really good. I like that people are trying different things. The thing is with VR is like the same stuff that worked for so many years in all the flat games. It's not the same. That you can push the envelope so much farther in different directions in VR that wouldn't make sense in a flat game. And so people need to push the envelope. People need to try new things in VR because that's how we figure out what works and what doesn't work and what feels right and what doesn't, you know?
Yeah, like super hot. That would. Right. And I know it was on flat and stuff, but compared to in VR, it's not even. I mean,
I don't even know how. I don't even see how it would even be that much fun to play flat. Like Super Hot is an amazing game inside VR, but to play it flat, it doesn't even really make sense. Like I mean, there's nothing about that game that looks like it'd be fun flat.
A long time ago, when it was in development, he put something out there.
And flat?
It was flat. Yeah, it was flat. And I'm like, man, this is a really cool concept. And I mean, it's just night and day different, though. It's crazy. Or like that, there was an old one on for like the Gear VR, the original like developer one that was a bullet. Like you were the bullet.
Yeah, I remember
playing
that
to,
at your house.
Fly through the rooms, like somebody shot a gun, and you were like flying around. It was kind of like Frozen, kind of how Super Hot does.
It was like bullet time.
Yeah. Oh man, was
but that was cool because you were actually controlling. Because that was, I mean, you didn't have like, I mean, you could use a gamepad, I think, back then with the Gear VR. But this was all controlled by your head, right?
Yep.
And basically, it would shoot out, and you would have to turn and move the bullet to around all these objects to hit the target.
Like dive under stuff and through stuff, and
some of these things. I don't know why we never got that though on like the Oculus Store or anything. Like some of that stuff was really cool. Like even for Quest and stuff, that would. You know,
if it ran then on like a Note 4, it could easily run on the Quest.
Yeah, so like whatever happened to those people, you know what I mean? Like they should put that out because that was really cool. I mean, that was a really fun game. Or even Go. That would have been a great game for the Go because there wasn't 6 degree of freedom controllers. Like why did we never see that? I don't understand. Some of that stuff I just totally don't get, but because it was a really good game. It had a lot of potential.
Yeah, Phil Yarn was saying he likes like the top-down tabletop stuff. A lot of people do.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's different when you're actually in VR looking over it.
Right.
You know?
And I actually haven't tried really much of the tabletop stuff, which I need to because, you know, it is nice when you don't want to move all around. You want to just be able to sit, you know, especially if you can do, because a lot of those are multiplayer. So especially if you can do multiple people and, you know, if you have friends that have quests, you know, that's like an awesome way to just hang out and play some games just like you would in real life almost.
Penji said she needs to try out Super Hot. Yes, you definitely do.
Yeah.
It's definitely a must. I mean, it's that playthrough from front to back is amazing.
I mean, it's even better on Quest 2 because you don't have the wires. Like you have so much freedom, and I still cannot learn. I can't unlearn what I've learned in all these years of playing PC VR. Like I was playing Apex Construct a little bit, and I was using the snap turning. I was like, oh man, I wish this had smooth turn. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have a wire. Like I can physically turn as much as I want, and I'm not going to get wrapped up. So
it does have smooth turning.
Oh, it does? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well, I didn't see that. I had it on Snap, but you don't even need it. Like I'm so used to relying on that you know I forget that I can move anywhere I want to move to. Like I can move all around, and it's so hard for me to do that because I'm so used to trying to stay still and not get wrapped up in a cord and not move all around the room. And it's just like it's so hard to relearn that now. I'm still trying.
Yeah, you'll have to look all the settings inside of Apex. There's a lot of settings that aren't really shown or described, but if you move the sliders, you'll switch it off one into something completely different. So make sure you try out if you guys are playing that.
So we have Tyrell Wood in here. He just popped in, and he said he's on a plane, and he can't listen. So he was just coming in to say hi. So, but we're definitely glad he's here. We're a big fan of his. He does a lot of really cool videos that we watch all the time. So. Definitely glad for popping in, and maybe we have played a little bit. We played War Dust with him a little bit. I think the first time I saw him online was in War Dust. We played a little bit with him, and we played Contractors. I've seen him in Contractors, and the one game we were playing, we killed each other. Like we would, like I don't even know how many times. Like you know how you kill each other at the exact same time. Yeah. It was like every time we see each other, we both die. Like it was like, come on, like it was a good time though. So
I miss War Dust, man. We used to do work in War Dust. I remember going like 40-2 or 3 at times.
And, War Dust was fun. And then Contractors came out, and we just never really went back in a whole lot. But it's a good game, and I don't know. I know they've updated Standout. They were focusing on Standout for a while because of the Quest port. I mean, not the Quest port, the Oculus Store port, and. So I don't know how much they've updated War Dust. I haven't kept up with it, but we need to go back in. But
some of those classic games for people that are just getting in, to VR and stuff, because all these now cheaper headsets.
Right.
It's crazy how many good games there actually are.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot of people just buy the ones that are populated, and I totally get it.
So another great game for Quest is Angry Birds.
Oh, I thought you were dropping something.
Not yet. So Angry Birds is really good on the Quest too. This is another one that is translates well to the Quest. It's great for people to try. Great for people's first time in VR. The controls are easy to understand. There's nothing complicated about it. And it's a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't like Angry Birds? I remember playing this on my cell phone back in the day, for hours, and it was super addicting. So it is a really awesome game. I had this on Steam, and I have it on the Quest now too, and it's a great game. Like I really enjoy it. I like showing people. I can't wait to. I have some other people in mind that I really want to show this to that I haven't got to yet, and I can't wait for that.
So my problem with playing these is I have an obsession with getting 3 stars on every single one I play, and I won't pass it until I get 3 stars.
Oh man, that's hard. It gets hard on some of these.
Does.
Yeah, so, I mean the first couple
keeps me like going at it. You know what I mean? Other than that, I just cruise through it and be done with it.
Yeah, because all you have to do to get by is just like the regular one. You have to kill all the little pig things, but to get the highest level in the 3 stars, you got to do it in the least amount of tries and all that. But it gets hard. Yeah. It gets really hard. So,
but it's cool because you can actually change where you're located in the maps too. So instead of just like on the game, which you can try it here, is you actually can move where you're at, looking around the whole thing, depending on like where you're at and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah, there's like different spots you can go to. Yeah, because sometimes you can't see where all the pigs are if you're just staring in one angle. So if you move to a different like elevation and location around where the thing's set up, you get a better idea what you need to aim for to take some of those hidden pigs out. So and if you didn't notice, there is a code on the screen. So
they noticed.
So I'm sure they did. So let us know when somebody gets that. So and check that game out. It's a really good game. It translates really well to Quest, I think.
Yeah, and especially for a lot of like first-time people trying to just learn the controls. It's simple. It's not over the top with a lot of button presses. It's just really a grab and a pull.
Yep.
And that's it.
I mean, once you get that slingshot mechanism down where you figure out how to use 2 hands, it's not there's nothing complicated about it. It's just fun. It's just a good time.
And actually, I don't think I had any issues with like occlusion, like with the controllers at all.
I don't think I did either. I think if you get real close to the headset, but I mean, I haven't had.
Right.
I mean, you kind of learn with the Quest how to not have any issues, you know what I mean? Like, to not put your hand right up on the thing. And I mean, it does a good job all around for, tracking and stuff. I haven't had any major issues.
No. So the other one with occlusion, so I think I showed you this, the Onward stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So they came out with a gun stock modification in-game to stop the occlusion with your guns when sighting down a gun stock. Mm-hmm. I thought that's super cool because they did it all in software in game. So maybe when they see it snap into location, maybe it locks them in there and it just ignores it. Maybe it works on one, or I don't know what they're doing with it.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that's super cool. I'm really glad somebody's doing that. Hopefully it gets adopted, but I don't see why they couldn't adopt something like this into the headset natively. I mean, I know they wouldn't know what you're playing and stuff like that, but you'd think there'd be some workaround with it, like a last reference point, and it wouldn't let it jump farther than you physically could, faster.
Right.
Because usually what happens is, you're looking down the sights of something, and all of a sudden it thinks your hand's over here. Well, your hand can't do that fast or back and two real quick. So it should just eliminate those, I would think. But
yeah, I'm sure there's still some room for improvement with the inside-out tracking. And Oculus did just do an update. Mine just updated yesterday or the day before. And I don't know if that, I might still be on the public test channel, so I'm not sure if that was a regular update or just on there. But I know one of the issues was the sound. They were supposed to be doing an update for the sound, and I haven't went back in yet to see how that is. And I feel like from
I don't know how they're going to change that.
I don't know either, but I feel like the Quest did have a little bit better sound, though, than the Rift S, so I'm not sure what that is, but it seemed like to me, playing both of them, that the Quest actually sounded a little bit better, and I don't know if that's just me being weird and thinking that, or if that is really true, but hopefully there is something that can improve a little bit of the Rift S sound, and I know they could probably make it to where it maybe goes a little bit louder and stuff like that.
Well, if you look at the orientation of the straps, so on the Quest, the straps come straight from the headset to the back. And on the Rift S, they actually
you just blew everybody's eardrums.
On the Rift S, it's actually above and comes down. So those speakers are set a little farther away. So it could just be that. I don't know. But looking at my Rift S here, it is way higher.
Yeah. So Disciple of Life said, I really wish they would do giveaways rather than posting codes. I don't have a Quest, but it really is just giving it to the quickest typer. We do giveaways on the Discord too, and I think Disciple of Life might have been one of the ones that got our first. We gave away a Contractor's game key a long time ago, and I believe he might have been the one that got that. And but we do some on Discord too. We try to put some out on there too. But
we try and throw secret ones in places with some of our channels and
and if you have ideas, like we can do other things too. So like leave a comment or whatever on the video. I don't know. I mean, I guess we could do like we did the Gleam thing for the Mumut touch grips. I don't know. I mean, we could look into doing something that for game codes. I don't know. We could do whatever. We're down for trying different things, and
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we give them away on our Discord and stuff too.
We try to be fair. It's just hard to make it fair for everybody, that.
Nobody can be right in front of their computer all day, every day, and when we're on or something like that. So we try to make stuff. But there's no real good way to give them away, and we have too many people. And we could do Gleam, but it's hard because it's not instant. Everyone just enters, and then you never hear anything back again.
So he wasn't the one that got it. He was the other one that was in chat that day. That was a long time ago. I think that was the first game. Yeah, so he bought Contractors afterwards. So so that's right. I knew I recognized the name. I just couldn't remember. But So, but
he was one of the first members on our Discord too. Second, third, something like that.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So,
much appreciated.
Definitely. Yeah, he said he's Sneaky Elephant. I do remember him. I definitely remember him. So.
Yeah, it is hard between Discord and on here because the names are always different. But
we just have fun trying to give stuff away. So like I said, when we hit 1,000, we're going to try to give away a bunch of stuff. So it'll probably be this kind of format. We're probably just going to do a video and give away a bunch of codes for stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, but we'll do some Gleam stuff too. I'm sure with that because we'll definitely give away some better prizes even too.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
I don't think I'm giving my Quest away.
I can't do that. I wish I could buy another one and give it away. Maybe someday. Maybe someday.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe someday we'll be able to.
Absolutely.
All right. So what else we got?
How about Thundergod?
Okay. Yeah. So have you guys seen this? This is actually I didn't know. I knew nothing about this. Did you know anything about this before coming out on Steam? I never even heard of this. Nope. So this game is called Thundergod, and it came out on Steam like 2 days ago. And sorry, I just got distracted. Somebody put at Rendered Reality said, speaking of Gleam, when you had it on screen, it did say that it does not notify the winner. You'll need to go individually. So I do have to go back and email them. I will do that. I couldn't remember. We only did one other Gleam giveaway. So, but anyways, back on Thundergod, I was on Steam seeing what was new, and this game popped up and said Thundergod, and I was like, I don't know what this is. So it looks kind of like you have like Thor's hammer, and we have a trailer of it we can show you. And I really don't know a whole lot about it, but it looks kind of cool, and I haven't went into it yet. We are going to try to go into it, but I have not yet. And if anybody has tried this already, please do say something in the thing here. So this is the trailer for it. I can play the audio.
The lighting looks really good on this.
Yeah, it looks kind of interesting. I mean, it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it does.
So I don't know what all the gameplay entails. You know what I mean? Like this is the only trailer I've seen of it so far. But it looks pretty cool. I mean, these giant guys look pretty massive. But it seems like you're like a god mode kind of a figure. Like you're huge as well.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a wave, like a wave shooter-ish type platformer. Or, it's pretty cool though.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, the giant guys look pretty awesome.
I know.
So I don't know if anybody's tried this. Do let us comments if you tried this, because we have not tried this yet. But it is available right now. So it came out May 29th. It is available on Steam right now. So definitely check that out. And speaking of...
Sorry.
What?
No, nothing.
So...
Oh, yeah.
So speaking of, if you do want to try this, we got a code for you to go ahead and try it out, and let us know, whoever does get this code, let us know in the comments of the video what you thought, because we'll probably try to get into this maybe this weekend or something, and we'll have maybe some thoughts on it later on. But it looks kind of cool. I mean, again, it's something a little bit different. You know, we haven't seen. Yep. Well, I think they did have a mode in Blade and Sorcery with the hammer, I believe. I can't remember. Maybe. I haven't been in there since that, but I think they had. No. It was Blade and Sorcery that had Thor's hammer in it, I do believe. Oh, okay. I don't know if that was a mod or if that was actually in the game, but
that's true. Yeah, there's a lot of people were saying that like all the Skyrim mods and stuff are really good. I have yet still to play that, and I should, but I just like exploring and stuff like that. So yeah. I actually want to get back into Fallout 4.
Yeah, that's such a good game.
The new headset with the visuals.
Oh yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
So Gamertag VR said he just played the Game of Thrones Beyond the Wall VR, which sounds pretty cool. I think that's if you sign up for the Vive port. I think that's on Vive port right now. They have they have like an exclusivity on it. That looks pretty cool. And so I think you have to sign up for the pass, like the subscription service. I believe you sign up for that to get that game.
So T-Dub
he said it was pretty cool, but it's super short. Oh, nice.
T-Dub picked that up. Nice. That does look super cool. We'll definitely have to hear from you.
Yeah, let us know in the comments what you think of it, because we had, like I said, I know nothing about it other than what I've seen in the trailer and just read on the Steam page. But it looks kind of interesting. Might be a good game to check out. I don't think it was crazy expensive or anything. I can't remember now, but
I don't remember seeing it.
And another one is that Freediver that we talked about before, Triton Down.
A lot of people are liking that.
And then it's like $8, $8.99 US. Yeah, like that's a really good deal for that game. And like Paradise Decay did a video on it that I was watching his premiere of that video, and he really enjoyed it. He said it was really good. I mean, for $8.99, I mean the graphics looked really good. Like I haven't went into it yet. I am going to pick that one up, but it looks really good for $8.99. I mean, I don't know how long of an experience it is, but I believe it's 45 minutes to hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe, depending on how long it takes you to get through it. But
yeah, he said he'll let us know what it's like. Yeah, awesome. It does look super cool though.
Yeah, Fantasy Film Production said he's gonna be checking it out after the show. So
yeah, that's awesome. There's a bunch of good cheap games. I still haven't picked up The Tower yet, which I don't even see anywhere. It's so hard to find, I feel like, on Steam. But
yeah, it's on there. I saw that it's under new releases, and I do want to check that one out too. I think that's another one that's like $8.
Yeah,
so it's not real expensive, but it's kind of like a roller coaster theme park kind of thing. It said take heights to a new level, and it showed a lot of really cool lighting, so a lot of cool lighting effects and stuff that I do want to check out. So, and I don't think I've seen anybody actually do a video, like a Let's Play or anything. I don't know if anybody in chat has done one yet. I wouldn't mind checking that out, but
I know I need to hit that one up for sure. I was gonna look. So Pavlov has had 700 people on max
at one
time.
That's
incredible.
At one time?
Yeah.
Really? That is a lot for VR at one time.
Oh, can you imagine?
I mean, I'm sure Beat Saber probably does it, but
Beat Saber is 1,800.
Woo!
That's crazy. And not multiplayer, obviously.
Right. But I mean, that's still like one of the most popular games.
That's crazy. Arizona Sunshine's doing good. That's awesome. I'm curious. I'm really curious to see what people are like starting to play on like these new headsets and stuff. Like,
yeah,
a lot of people that don't know all these games in the past, like, what are they buying?
Well, I mean, the bad thing is this year there's so many good games coming out this year, but if you're just getting VR, there's such a good back catalog of things to go back and play. And like if you watch Virtual Strangers, I think they do a show and it comes out I think like around Monday, and they focus on games. So they talk a lot about the older games that have been that have been out for a while, and they talk about playing those games and stuff. So I mean that's a good one to listen to as well. But there's so much good stuff out there to play. Like there's no shortage of good games, and we're getting so many this year with Stormlands, Defector, Asgard's Wrath, and Population 1, and all the Servios, the 2 Servios games they announced. Like there's so much stuff.
So I'm trying to remember and actually I could probably just go look, except I didn't really have to start Steam up. I guess I already have it up. But there was that driving game that I still have yet to play either.
Oh, the one you sent me that I downloaded. We haven't played it either. Yeah.
I know, which looks really good. Race Room, which I think is completely free, and you can buy stuff inside of it. It's kind of like whatever DCS or whatever the flying game.
Yeah, you have to add on stuff.
Yeah, where you can add stuff on. But I mean, to try something out for somebody just getting a headset, stuff like that's amazing.
Yeah,
because
there's
you
a
can
lot
jump
of
in,
free stuff.
Try it. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't like that because it's, free to play and buy stuff inside and all that. But
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do that isn't even buy inside. You know what I mean? There's even on the Quest, there's quite a few free games that are really, really good that you can spend a lot of time in. Rec Room, for instance, you can spend so much time in there that if you don't have a ton of money to buy a bunch of games, there's still stuff you can do to keep you, having fun until you can afford some of that other stuff.
And that runs great on the Quest too. I mean, for what they have in there, I didn't see any issue with running it.
No. The only thing I didn't like, I went into Rec Room for a little while and I was playing the paintball, and it's the teleport that kills it, because you can't do the free locomotion in there. So I'm so used to the free locomotion, and the teleport, like, you can only teleport so many times, like, within a certain amount of time. So you teleport and then it, like, pauses for a second, then you teleport again. So that makes that gameplay a little hard for me, but it's still a really fun game, especially if you're not used to the free locomotion and you do get motion sick. It's a great game to get in there and be able to play a shooter kind of a game like that.
I was reading a bunch of reviews and stuff of different games on Quest on my phone on the app, and a lot of people were saying some of the games, like, oh, it makes me motion sick, or moving around in some games.
It takes some getting used to.
Yeah, you just got to get past it. But it's all these first timers, that go in. They're like, oh my gosh, it's horrible, And I get it, but
you just got to give it time, little bits at a time, and you'll eventually get so used to it that nothing bothers you. I mean, I don't think there's anybody that can't get past that after you just keep going little bits at a time and get yourself used to it. It's just something new.
I forget who it was. I think it was, who was it? Somebody was saying that it was reviewing or talking about the Index, said that it's so like high fidelity and the visuals and the rendering are so good, it actually almost made him nauseous.
That was Anton. That was
Anton. That was
the
Anton.
developer.
If I wasn't right about that.
Yeah, the developer of Hot Dogs, Horseshoes, and Hand Grenades, and he updates that game all the time. We're going to talk about that game some more in the future. He does awesome work, but he does have an Index, and he did an awesome video on it. If you want to watch his video about first impressions and stuff like that, I don't think they can talk about. They're still limited in what they can say. Like, they can't give a full review of it yet, but he did say, I mean, it's like, he basically had all positive things to say about it. And after watching his video, I'm even more looking forward to it than I was before. I mean, it's just, the audio is one of the big things that I'm looking forward to. And everybody says how good the audio is with it, that BMR design and it being off of your ear. And it's just, we get...
we talked about it a while back with the audio and stuff on one of our shows when they first released the headset and stuff. And just from all the specs on how that audio works, that's we kind of said that too. Like, it will block that out, It's
going to be next level.
Sounds like it. I know.
And you can still hear some of the real world too, which I kind of like, because, if somebody's breaking into my house and stealing everything, at least I'll have some kind of an idea that somebody broke in. But I'm okay with that.
Like the CV1, you could still hear past it. It's not like they're noise canceling over ear. Anyways.
No, you still could, but it was, I don't know. But this is more of a natural design for sound to interact with your ear than what an actual headphone is. So I'm really excited about that. And John Crow or something, Creaux, said Rec Room has free locomotion through the Steam or through the settings menu, and it does. I did run the free locomotion. The problem is when I went into paintball, it said I had to switch to teleport. It wouldn't let me stay on free locomotion. So
you can use it in the lobby and stuff.
Yeah, and you can use it in a lot of the other things now too. I don't know what all it's limited to, but I know in paintball it wouldn't let me use free locomotion, which I was disappointed in. But
I know.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, some people aren't used to it either yet, so.
Yeah, and somebody said you can free move in paintball, so maybe there was something I was missing. I don't know.
Can you?
Maybe but I know when I went in, it wouldn't even let me go in. It specifically said you have to use snap turning in paintball, so unless he's talking about you can actually physically move, which if you had a big enough play space, you probably could use a little snap turning and actual movement, so that would be nice. I might have to try that out. But I need to go back in. It was still fun.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly. Yep.
For sure. So talking about games that have come out, Five Nights at Freddy's just came out, which if you want to watch a good video and have a good laugh, watch Paradise Decay's video on that, because I was kind of watching it a little bit and working, and I mainly had it playing like the audio while I was working, because I was cracking up laughing because of his screams. Because I mean, it's a scary game. Like it's legitimately a lot of jump scares, and so I mean, he screamed a lot in that video, and I loved it. So it was a great video.
you love to hate horror games. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're so like, I don't want to play it, but you love them when you play them.
But they're terrifying. Like, I mean, it really is. Like, I mean, like the stress level that you have when you're in there, and like you have to open this door, and you're like, oh man, I know something's gonna scare the crap out of me, and it's just another level. It's crazy.
In the starting like room menu for day to night, you have a table with like guns on it and stuff, and then there's like a little living room in this house, and you walk out and there's a door that's boarded up. And the first time I went out there, I walked over to this door to see if I could open it, and there was another door beside it that was boarded up. And all of a sudden, something just starts screaming and pounding on this door beside me, and it's like pushing out to the wood, and I'm like, holy crap, like he's coming through,
And what was this in?
Day to night.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I haven't been in that yet. I need to go in there. There's so many games I need to go in. And also that time-traveling Navy SEAL Ninja Warrior. I think I got that right. So he put out a new build too. He's been doing a lot of work. He's got a new trailer out, so we showed some of his footage on one of the other shows, and he sent us that latest build that he has, which I have not had a chance to get into yet either. There's like, I need like 2 or 3 days that I just like lock myself in the VR room and try to play through a bunch of the stuff that I haven't had time. But it's crazy with selling a house. Hopefully this next house we can just live there forever, because I never want to move again. Sure. It's such a pain in the butt.
It is a pain.
And we also there was something else I was gonna say was coming out.
Coming out?
Well, one thing is we do have E3 coming June 11th through 13th, which not a lot of people are talking about E3 because E3's been a little bit lackluster for a while, and we haven't had much VR out of E3, but I supposedly there's quite a few VR things going on at E3 this year, so I am kind of interested to see if we get some new big game announcements or some more info on some games.
I don't think it'll be any big games. I don't think all the big like stuff with VR, I feel like they're all doing stuff on their own,
right?
And aren't really going like the E3 route.
I don't think PlayStation's going this year, are they? I don't think they are. I think PlayStation.
Did they back out too now?
I think they're skipping E3 this year, if I remember correctly. Yeah, but I mean, I think we'll see some more of the Servios stuff. I believe Servios is going, so I am looking forward to seeing some of their, especially with the Walking Dead game they're coming out with.
Hopefully they have some in-game footage.
Yeah, because the trailer that they gave us, I mean, it was an awesome trailer. I love the trailer, but it didn't show us anything. Like, it didn't show us any kind of gameplay or anything. So I am really looking forward to getting more info on that and some gameplay, because I am excited about that game.
I think the last scene in that video was like in-game, but that was it. I think the rest of it was produced, but still. Yeah, I know. It'd be nice.
True that.
So the Beat Saber has custom songs now. Did you know that?
Yeah, I have heard of that. I have not tried it yet. You mean in Quest? In Quest.
In Quest. I'm sorry, but I mean it's had it, on Steam and stuff. But I'm super excited about trying that, because I really want to get some of my EDM music and stuff in there, which many people would probably think I'm crazy for listening to EDM, but I go hard with it. I used to do a lot of DJing and stuff, so it's like instilled in me. But yeah, I'm really excited to get some of that stuff in there, because that's what makes it for me. Really does.
For sure.
Any modding. I mean, why do you think it's number 1? Pavlov's number 2 right now in VRLFG.
Yeah, the modding stuff is big time, and that's the thing. Like, the Pavlov has the custom workshop. Beat Saber had. I mean, that's what made Beat Saber so popular, is the custom songs. It would have never. I don't think it would have ever got the popularity it has now if it was just the songs, because they had just those original songs for a long time.
Sure.
When that came out. It was the modding community that kept that game, so popular. That was really what helped that game out. And Chris Richardson said that he heard Oculus is going to E3, and I do believe they are. I did hear that too. So that'll be interesting to see. I'm guessing it's probably going to. Well, I mean,
it's going to be software based. It'll have to be straight software based.
But so are we going to maybe get? I mean, I don't know that they're going to announce anything new, but hopefully announce something available. Stormlands, Defector, Asgard's Wrath, something. I don't know. I mean, probably not, but
I know.
Oculus works on their own timetable. They could care less what anybody thinks about when things should come out, obviously, with Quest. And I think a lot of the reason Quest got pushed back was the developer side. I think a lot of it, the developers weren't ready, and they wanted to have that launch lineup.
Sure.
So I think that might have pushed them back a little bit on that. I'm not sure, but they do.
I don't know either. It's kind of frustrating. I mean, I thought Stormlands would have come out a year ago at this point,
Right.
Or could have, or they were trying to, but now we're still here. And
I can't believe they didn't do something big for the Rift S release. I guess they were really focused on Quest, but I was hoping that they would release something pretty big for for when the Rift S came out. But
they have to be releasing something, or else they wouldn't be going to E3. I wouldn't think.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, they've had plenty of time now to hype up the Quest and the Rift S. I wouldn't think they were still and it's out, and you can't even buy them anywhere now. I mean, they're all sold out pretty much everywhere. So, so I have no idea what they're doing, but I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I like listening to the stuff while I work and all that stuff. So I'm curious to see, what'll come of it. I have no idea. Hopefully, we get some big news and some big stuff.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be. It'll be some games maybe. That's about it.
Yeah. So another one is Wander. On the Quest. So this is basically, I don't think a lot of people really know a whole lot about this. I only know because I played this on the go. And this is basically Google Earth. I mean, it's basically Google Earth in the Quest.
Way more features, though.
Well, in a sense, yeah. But you also can't fly, I don't believe. Like, how in Google Earth you can kind of fly up and you can fly around to where you want to go. I don't believe this does that. I have not seen that anywhere in it. But it does, there is a lot of features. Like, there's a lot of places that you can go to. You can go inside some places. It'll do the Google Street View, so anywhere there's Google Street View, you can do that. I did go in like some museums and stuff where there was 360 pictures. And
so doesn't this also have the back time where you can change the date too?
Yes.
That's what I think is super cool.
That is cool, and it's super trippy because the current house that we have, I've lived here for a while, and I went back to a previous date, which was way before I owned the house, and it was weird. I was like, what? Like, it doesn't even look the same. Like, it was kind of creepy. It almost, and the picture quality isn't as good because it's older. So it almost gave it like an eerie kind of feeling because it like wasn't as bright. I'm like, this is super weird. So it's cool though. It's cool to be able to go back in time kind of and see that location. And there's also another thing that I liked was the random feature. So there's a feature where you can select random, and it'll send you to a random place, who knows where. But it's really cool. And I know I can't remember, I think it works on this too, but I know for your house, when I go to your house in Google Earth, I can go, you uploaded 360 pictures from your backyard, and they were in there. So I was able to go into your backyard and see that. So I believe you can do that on this too. I haven't tried it on the Quest version. Too. Oh yeah, that was a long time ago. So it was actually a picture of, it was either you or somebody else on the roof of like the barn in the back or the garage in the back with, what was it, steel wool you'd light on fire?
Yeah, so you light it on fire and take a time lapse of it. But
it's just like a shower.
Yeah.
It's just like a shower of light coming down. It's pretty cool.
That was cool because at the time that was like one of the first cameras that you could actually do like a real time lapse during a 360 shoot, not just a camera or a GoPro or something like that.
And what camera was that?
That was the Ricoh Theta X, I think.
Was it?
No, not the X, the S. I don't know. It's sitting right up here. I forget which one it is. Yeah. But yeah, it's that camera's awesome. They have a new one out, which I think the new one's the X. But actually, my go-to right now is the Insta360 One X.
That's 360 camera, right?
Yeah, 360.
They make a 180 camera now too, don't they? The Insta.
They do.
Yeah. I think those are like the two. As far as I can tell, when I was looking stuff up, like those are kind of two of the top ones right now. Is the Insta and then the Views XR, which is the one I got. And I haven't done any more video with that. I do want to. And we talked about going to Busch Gardens today after the show, and I was like, I wonder if I could take that in there. Yeah. Like, what would that look like if I sat on the front seat of a roller coaster and just tried to hold it? Would that work? I mean, I feel like, because I don't know how it would be kind of shaky. Well, there is video stabilization though. I might have to try that. I mean, they'll probably kick me out though if they see you holding anything. Like, you're not supposed to do that because if it flies off.
You have to get it out after the fact. That's what I always do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But it's not small. I mean, it's not big, but it's not real small either. And they don't want you to take like bags on there, so I couldn't shove it in the wife's purse. They usually make her set that off to the side.
Just stick it like in your waistband under your shirt.
Yeah.
And then when you get in, you can just pull it right out and good to go.
Yeah, so maybe I'll try that. I need to find. I need to order that battery bank I think that you got. I don't know what the output on that is, but the battery bank that I have
2.4 amps.
So I wonder if that would allow it to run, because the battery bank I have, it won't run while it's charging on a battery bank. It'll do it when it's plugged into the wall, but it won't do it on the battery bank that I have, and I think it's just maybe it doesn't put out enough so I need to get that. So
which the 2.4 on the battery I have isn't enough to keep it running non-stop on the Quest, but it's pretty darn close. I mean, it barely drops off if you're using it anyway, so it's enough. I mean, if you plug it in at 50%, you could probably use it for another 5 hours if you wanted to. Easy.
Yeah, so I don't know who got the Wander key.
Oh, yeah.
I left it up there for a while. Somebody got a lot of people in chat are saying that most of the people with Quest probably don't even watch the show. And it might be because a lot of the Quest people are new owners and they might not watch this show yet. So I don't know. But I know people are getting the keys, I guess. So somebody will
pick it up.
Yeah. at some point. Even if there's nobody in live chat, the video will be will show afterwards. So.
Sure,
But
absolutely.
yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think that the Quest market is going to make the VR market grow as a whole. But I think a lot of the people that got Quests that were never into VR before, they're still learning about the websites to go to, the Reddit forums to follow for info. So hopefully everything's going to grow VR wise. I mean,
there's probably even some people that have a Rift S that don't realize they don't have to run Oculus. Like they can look on Steam for games. I mean,
right.
Can you imagine just starting out with this?
Yeah, it's a whole new world if you've never been into it. You never followed it. Like I know a lot of people. Like I believe gaming science teacher is one of them. She didn't have 6 Degree of Freedom VR, really any VR. She tried the Google stuff before, Cardboard. Yep. But she followed all of this stuff. Like she's been watching the VR 365 show a long time. Like she started watching our show. Like so she's been following all this stuff. Yeah, that's what she's done.
You have to know what your purchase is sound decision for you. And everybody's different.
So even not even having a VR headset, she knew way more about VR than most people that have had it for a long time. You know what I mean? So it is a learning. I mean, it's a whole learning process. It's a whole new world with new things to learn, and I love it. I love VR.
I know. It is, yeah. It's getting easier too, which is what helps people. I mean, the Quest, you just pick it up. You literally log in with your phone. Yeah. Hook it up through your wireless. You're good to go. Yep. That's it. I mean,
it's very simplified. And even I mean, for some crazy reason, even the wife seems to like it. I'm pretty sure she popped her head in a minute ago, and I think she wanted to play the Quest, but it's sitting back behind me. You can kind of see it on the shelf right back there. But so I don't think she wanted to be on camera, so she didn't go get it. But I think if it would have been in the living room or something, she would probably be playing it right now. So another one that the Box VR, I did go into that, and that's really cool too. That's almost like a Beat Saber kind of a feel. Like it has, because I hadn't played that before until the Quest, and it has a like the music in it so far is really good, and it is basically like a fitness game. I mean, it gets your whole body moving, kind of like Beat Saber, where you're swinging. You duck down, so you're doing some squats and. Even she's excited to try that one because it didn't look like it was something that was crazy hard. Like you can kind of start out at a lower pace and kind of work yourself up to, get better and better at the rhythm and everything else. But that is a good thing about VR. Your whole body's moving.
There's even like meditation ones and stuff now where you like push stuff away, kind of like a yoga-ish type thing.
Right.
Using your hands and you have to follow it and everything. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, so if you haven't checked out Box VR, try that. That is it's a really good fitness game, especially for the Quest, because you do have that freedom of movement again. And Beat Saber is also a very good workout game, I think, too. I mean, you can really get pretty intense with that, and you can burn some calories in VR. There's no doubt about that. So.
Oh yeah, if you put it on expert or whatever, oh my gosh, I
can't even do a lot of the expert stuff on Beat Saber. I mean, I haven't played it enough to be that good, but
you'll get there. You will.
Yeah.
It does. It takes some practice, but yeah, it's tough. It's the visuals too, and trying to associate that with what's coming and everything. It is. I love it.
So Fantasy Film Production asked about using a 4G wireless router for the Quest, or does he need 5G? And if he's talking about like the streaming from the PC, the games you're streaming from the PC, I do believe you need 5G, because even with 5G, I don't think it's perfect. It's not.
Well, there's no 4G. I mean, if we're talking, are we talking cellular network? Because there's only 4G on a cellular network. In home, it's going to be 2.4 or 5.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean,
think you need 5G if you're trying to stream it from a PC, though, right? From what I've heard, because even 5G is not really perfect. It has to be pretty fast.
I mean, I heard that if you're trying to stream some of the Steam stuff even to the Quest, you have to have it on 5G. So
yeah, I think that's what he's talking about, I believe.
Right.
So
I wouldn't run 2.4. I wouldn't want to try probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have 5G, I mean, you could try it and see. You just introduce a little bit of lag probably.
Right. Yeah.
But
for sure.
Yeah, I know. I have a really, really fast, low latency, no loss router. I think it's like a Nighthawk. Yeah, I forget what it's called now. Nighthawk, something like that. But it's great. I love it. That thing is super fast. I lose no internet through it. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But yeah, you definitely need one with low latency. I mean, just to push stuff through as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah, and we haven't tried the streaming from the PC Steam games. We haven't tried that yet on the Quest. I do want to get into that a little bit, but just time-wise, it's yeah.
Yeah, my next is I want to sideload Pavlov. I do want to try that.
Yeah.
I do want to try streaming, and then I've got a laundry list of games and videos. And
yeah,
stuff.
I know for sure. So.
And I want to get out there and play too.
Yeah, I hopefully this weekend I'll get into some VR a little bit more than.
So what I am bummed about though is my gun stock does not fit on the new controllers, and that's so hard for me to go back now to like hands and not have a gun stock. Whew, I need
So
something.
I know ProTube tweeted out that they confirmed that they don't fit. They do have cups for the Rift S and Quest controllers, so I need to order those cups for those controllers because I mean I can kind of make them fit. They just don't stay in very well, and it's no fun when they keep popping out, especially for the magnetic, mag tube stock. So that's kind of rough. But yeah, so I do need to order some new ones of those because it is so hard to go back into contractors and stuff when you're used to playing with a gun stock. It's just a whole new.
It's so precise, and like everyone tries to knock like using a gun stock and like, but once you use one, oh man, it's money. I mean, you draw up, and every time it is on point, right where you expect it to be, right where you visually see it. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's just hard to go back.
It's crazy, but
I know.
we need to get back into contractors. Though we talked about trying to set up a thing and playing with some people and some contractors, and we really need to do that. That would be a good time. Although I'm totally out of practice, so I do need to go back in there and get my headshots back on point.
I was gonna say I could tomorrow, but I actually can't now. We actually have a graduation party we have to go to.
Oh yeah.
But
for what? For your
my
cousin. Oh, it sounded like you said your husband. I just wanted to make sure. I was just making sure that came through clear.
Oh, he doesn't. No, I don't do anything with him.
Oh, you're ridiculous. But so yeah. So what else we got? We got anything else? We ran through a bunch of stuff. We were kind of all over the place. We kind of jumped randomly all over the place today, but that's.
I know. We actually had a lot of good questions in chat and stuff today too.
Yeah, it's so hard to keep up with chat sometimes, and when we're trying to talk about all kinds of stuff. But chat's been awesome.
Yeah,
I like going back and looking at chat afterwards.
I know.
They
were saying that 2.4 does have lag and stuff.
Yeah,
so
I figured it would. And gaming science teacher also had a good point too about making sure there's no physical obstructions between your router and the the headset, because with 5G and 5 gigahertz stuff, it's not as powerful at range as the other stuff. So you do have to make sure it's got a good, you're close to it and you don't have a bunch of obstacles in between.
Yeah, I mean, you could always set up a secondary router as a repeater, but I don't know. That's still.
Yeah, I actually have at this house, I have like a man cave shed that's like all decked out, and I don't really use it that much, but I do have a repeater out there because there's a TV out there with an extender. Sorry, an extender. So because I have a TV out there with a Fire Stick and all that. But yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I haven't even told you about this yet.
Uh-oh.
So I got my Chromecast.
Oh, nice.
I got it yesterday.
Have you tried it yet?
I have not yet. I got it yesterday after work, and we went out for the wife's birthday. But so I haven't got to try it yet. But I wanted it so when people come over, I can throw it right up on the TV, nothing else going on that people can watch. So I'm really excited to try that.
Yeah, you have to let me know how that works because I do need to get one. The problem I've had, and I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but when I cast it to my phone from the Quest, it works all right, but the problem I have is when somebody takes the headset off to give it to the next person, it stops the casting. So then it's hard because when it's their first time, they don't know how to go in and tell it to cast again. And if I can't see the screen, it's hard for me to tell them what to push. So am I doing something wrong? Or
if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong too, but I want to say I remember doing this. And once they have it back on, you can, I think, go into the settings where it lists your devices on your phone and reselect it to start casting.
See, I tried doing that on my phone, like when they went back in, and I tried hitting it on my phone, but it wouldn't work. So I don't know what was going on, but the only way I could do it was to go back into the headset and hit cast again. And hopefully they can, if I am doing something wrong, if I'm not, hopefully they can address that, because I want it to cast the whole time. I don't want it to stop casting until I tell it to, because I want to put a bunch of people in stuff and move it around, and it's so hard for somebody new. If I can't see what they see, it's so hard for me to tell them what to do and try to walk them into getting used to the controllers and everything else. So.
Well, if that's the case, it would drop it to the Chromecast then too as well. If that
I don't know. I mean, you'll have to let me know. You'll have to let me know, because I do want. I mean, the Chromecast you can get for what, like $38 or $39 or something. What did you get yours for?
Something like that. I bought a used one from somebody. It was like $30.
And I think it has to be the 3rd generation or the Chromecast Ultra. And the Chromecast Ultra is a little bit more expensive. Oh, you got the Ultra.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So somebody was just selling a used one on eBay. I picked it up for like $30, which was awesome.
So is the Ultra 4K? Is that what?
Yeah, the Ultra's 4K, and I have it on like a 65-inch or something. So I didn't want the lower res. And not that it would probably matter. It may only stream or cast it in 720. But I just wanted it to look clear. That's all.
So.
But yeah, for the money, just to try it, I'm like, absolutely.
Yeah, I need to get one, because I do want to be able to do that on the TV. And the nice thing with the Chromecast is you should be able to take it with you too. Like when I went to my sister's house, I should have been able to hook it up to her TV, connect it to her Wi-Fi, and do the same thing, because it's a lot easier to have it on a TV than a little cell phone. So
I want to see, and I think I can. I want to try and fit it in the case as well. So the battery, the extra facial cover, and then the Mumut grips. And I mean, I think I can literally get all of it in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm so jealous of that case. I want one so bad. I never thought that stuff was gonna sell out. Like I didn't think that case was gonna sell out. Like I figured I could go to Best Buy and pick that up no problem, and I couldn't.
Yeah, because how many Go cases are still sitting on the shelves at every Best Buy out there?
Yeah, like none of that stuff. I don't think the Go ever sold out, did it? I don't ever remember the Go selling out or anything. But it definitely hasn't been as popular. I don't think. I think Quest is the most popular so far, hopefully. But yeah, I do want one of those cases. That case is awesome, and I am going to do that battery bank like what you did. So.
Oh, it's so good. It's just that the cable too is 100% necessity.
Yeah.
And I know I linked it in the video and stuff, and it comes with 2 more cables as well. It's a 3-pack.
And it was like what, $6 or something like that?
Yeah, I think like $6.99 or $7.99, something like that. 3 cables. I mean, it's
Yeah, that's awesome. So the nice thing about the charge cable that came with it is pretty long for a charge cable. It's decently long, which is nice. Hey, that won't work for the case. I know that.
You can only use that cable though with the factory charger because it's a reverse one for hooking up to your phone. It's Type-C on both ends.
Right, yeah, it is, yeah.
So it's not a USB. You couldn't plug it into a power bank or anything like that. It wouldn't work.
There's not power banks with a USB-C?
Not output. Input, maybe, for charging. Not output. Every power bank is just going to be standard USB, not Type-C.
Really?
Yep.
Huh, I don't know.
I've never seen one.
Yeah,
myself.
there might be some now. Who knows? Yeah, now. But I know my power bank doesn't. It's just a regular USB.
Yeah. You couldn't use that with anything other than the factory charger, basically.
Just that cord, yeah.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, that's
Which
true.
is nice, and don't get me wrong. I mean,
so that new one you got doesn't have a C port on it. It just has the.
No, and even if it has a C port, if one does have a C port, that's only
to
for
charging
purposes, not output.
I gotcha. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, I definitely need to order that though because I think that one will work with my camera as well, and I need it for the Quest, so I do want to get that battery bank. And I like that it's not huge because mine's actually bigger than that one, and it's not as high output or as many milliamps. So that'll be great because what I want to do is be able to like strap that to the monopod or whatever for the camera. So that way I can put it on there because the camera battery doesn't last that long. You're lucky to get an hour out of it, and that's just not even recording, even if you just have it on. So like in between recording stuff, the battery dies really fast, which is one thing I don't like about the camera. But if I can get a good one of those, but
yeah, it is. It's definitely a nice charger, really nice. I'm super excited.
So Jim Hall said all the PD models have USB-C in and out. I'm not sure what the PD. Do you know
there
what
are
PD
some
is?
that have some output.
Yeah.
I don't know either. PD.
So that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Huh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, so I figured they probably would be coming out if they weren't out yet. I don't know, but I know all the stuff I have is a little bit older and doesn't have it. But I mean, everything is switching to USB-C, so I'm not too surprised. But
and I'm sure there's some out there, but for the money, I think that power bank was like $29 or something.
Yeah, for
so I'm sure you're gonna
milliamps.
Pay a little more
for the USB-C.
It just gives you more versatility. I feel like.
Yeah.
If, it's generic.
True that.
But I mean, to each his own.
Yeah, but
that cable's so long too. I don't even know if you could fit all that then in the case either.
Yeah, you could probably try, but it'd be. I mean, for the price of those 3 cables for like $6, that's definitely the way to go because it's like the perfect fit. But,
yeah, it's about length. It's all about the length for sure and flexibility.
So we could probably get into chat a little bit and just talk to them and see what some of their questions and stuff are. But
Quest. Somebody just said, do you think if Quest would have local tournaments?
I don't know. You talking about like with the arena scale stuff that they did at Oculus stuff?
I mean, nobody's implemented anything like that. Actually, speaking of, I do want to pick up Dead and Buried. We need to get on and play that together.
Yeah, I haven't picked that up yet.
Because now, since we've played Dead and Buried, the original, they only had where you were just basically standing.
You were stationary. You had like a little box of an area you stood in, and that was it.
Which I really want to try their, open world. Not
free locomotion.
Free locomotion.
I do believe that, talking about arena scale though, I do believe that was the game they did that with. So we do know that it is possible. We just don't know if they're going to allow it to be implemented into stuff. And I think it would be great. Like if you could do VR arcades and stuff where you have like that setup like they had and you get 4 versus 4 and each headset can see the other headset. And then you can move around those obstacles. I think that would be an awesome experience to be able to do. I definitely hope they enable that. And I think they probably will eventually. I don't know. Oculus does kind of some weird stuff sometimes, so I'm not sure. But
I don't think it'll be Oculus-based, though.
Yeah. No, it would be, like a private company probably. But.
Yeah. Yep, and not Oculus headset because they run 2 proprietary with like their technology. And
Yeah, I don't know
headsets
if they
and
will
stuff.
or not. Hopefully, but
I
or
don't
if
even
somebody,
think
I mean,
Oculus-
so many people are side loading stuff on it now too. I'm sure somebody might create something side loaded that we could do something like that, even if Oculus doesn't support it on the store.
maybe, but you can never have a business doing that then.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have the
You have
rights
to buy
to.
the rights to it, yeah.
So we'll have an underground.
There you go.
An underground.
Traveling.
yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. We just,
So
it'll
when
be
you
like
see
it'll be
our
like the
logo,
Fight Club movie. You just can't
right?
talk
I know.
about it. Yeah.
If you see our logo posted on a building, go into the door that's right there.
Yeah.
It'd be
That'd be
amazing.
awesome. So,
Great traveling circus. Be fun though.
true that.
But yeah, I mean, it'll come to that point, but I don't know. I think it's going to be more in home though, just like, I mean, console-based games and stuff. I mean, it's huge. Console-based is huge now, so a lot of people don't go to the arcade. I do. There's actually one not an hour away from me that I want to go to. That's and I don't know. You have one down by you.
Oh
don't
yeah, I
think
remember you
you've been
telling me
there.
about it. I haven't been there.
It's
I
like-
do know somebody that went though, and they loved it.
Yeah. See, I knew it would be awesome. But
Yeah.
they're kind of like a vintage arcade bar restaurant type
Mm-hmm.
deals, and they're popping up in every town. And I've been to some. And if you guys get a chance to, definitely try them out. They're amazing.
Yeah, I don't remember
it's
what the name
great.
of it is, but
Yeah, they're all different. I mean, every town's got their own kind of now.
yeah.
But I mean, there were guys literally playing like Halo, like LAN connection on Halo 1 original Xboxes, on TVs right there. And then beside him is a pinball machine. And then, like an old vintage, arcade, every game you could think of. And with
Yeah.
drinks, food, and really cool, a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
It was
awesome.
packed. I mean, it was,
Yeah, from what I hear, they're always busy.
I bet.
So-
I mean, it's awesome. It's cool, just something to do,
Yeah, so somebody asked about a game if we had tried it. Moonrider, Nate Newman asked anybody play Moonrider. I haven't played that, have you?
No, I haven't yet.
So I don't think that's on Quest. That must either be on Steam or the Oculus Store. But he said they like it more than Beat Saber, so might have to check that out.
Oh, it's a Beat Saber style, actually.
I don't know. I'm not sure. You have to type it in. Let me know.
Seeing-
And somebody asked about how we do code giveaways, and usually what we do on here is we just pop it up like at the top here, and whoever types it in first basically gets the code, and we usually just kind of pop them up randomly throughout the show. So, and we are open to other ideas. If you have some other ideas of how to do it, we are definitely open to that.
And on our Discord and on Steam as well.
Yeah.
Or not Steam, our Discord and Gleam. Sorry.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah.
Yeah. Somebody
we do
said
try.
sabers are better than punching. They're probably talking about the box VR. And the Saber, I mean, it is hard to beat the Beat Saber game. I mean, that
Oh,
game is
yeah.
awesome. But if you want another good workout game, though, Box VR is really good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cool like mods and stuff. Like you didn't get to try it, but even like that Super Mario one, like just the simple stuff
Yeah.
like that is super cool. Like with the pipes and stuff you jump on and everything. And
Yeah.
what are the guys? The mushroom guys.
Yeah, so he's
But-
saying open the Quest browser and search moonrider.xyz. So he said you have to try that game. So I'm not sure. We'll have to check into that.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that was actually on Oculus. No, I
Yeah,
have
so Lefty007 said we can put up the code and then exclude like the last letter. And then we could, I guess, probably verbally say the last letter. We could try that.
Good. Huh, I'm not seeing it.
Or
actually.
make people guess. I don't know if it'll lock you out though. If everybody's trying to guess what the last one is, I don't know if you guess too many wrong times if it'll lock you out of anything on Steam or Oculus or anything. I'm not sure,
Don't
but
know.
we could try that.
Never tried.
Yeah, we could definitely try it. He said it works on Rift too, so that's interesting.
Yeah, that is.
I've not tried that.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out.
Oh, somebody said don't do that. That's how you get locked out of your account quick. So
Yeah.
maybe
A lot of
Yeah.
a lot of places do that. Definitely.
so
Locked out quick. Yeah, you get one try. Good luck.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Tons of
awesome.
songs.
Talking of Beat Sabers, or talking of lightsabers, that the lightsaber in Vader Immortal is pretty epic. And I put my brother-in-law in
I
there,
know.
like I was talking about. He did the same thing I did when he had the lightsaber. He started drawing stuff in the ground because
I
when
know.
you're standing there, you can like burn stuff into the ground. And he was drawing all
Yep.
kinds of stuff, and he spent a couple minutes doing that.
That's why I had to rep the old school Star Wars shirt today, man. I was so excited about Vader Immortal. It's so good.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
haven't even got to play all of it yet.
Oh, I
Like,
played all
just-
the way through it. I
See,
loved it.
I don't like to play all the way through because then I get excited and I'm like, oh, I want to get back in there,
Mm-hmm.
So I do try and cut myself off, but
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long it's gonna take him to come out with the next one. Hopefully, they do the the second story or whatever, hopefully pretty soon.
Sure.
I don't want them to wait years in between. You know what I mean? It'd be nice if they would do, a couple months in between or something and just keep rolling them out. I'm sure they could keep coming up with stuff, but
No, that won't happen.
no, it won't, but it'd be nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, he was saying that on the that Rylan was saying if you go to webvr.directory in your Quest browser, it's got all the online games. That's
Huh.
cool. Oh, different.
So
Yeah.
what? I wonder if.
Yeah, I'll try that too.
So is that like the Android app VR games, like Google Cardboard type games? Is that what it is?
No, I don't think so. No, it's just going to be a directory of all the games that are
Oh,
offered
okay. I got you.
on the Quest
I
through
got
their
you.
store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. A directory,
Including
just
Moonrider.
just like in Apex.
Huh.
Apex is cool. I love the computer interactions in
Yeah.
Apex. And I
can't
didn't
wait to
realize
get
I
back
had
in
the
there.
shortcuts at the top, and I was like typing everything in like I do for on a computer,
Yeah. And Oculus is doing the update too, to where we can have two, like when you're typing in the Oculus store or stuff like that, or in the Quest and stuff, they're going to make it to where you have two laser pointers to type with instead of just one. Like right now, you can only type with one hand. They're going to make it where
Sure.
you can do both, which should hopefully help the speed of typing and stuff in there. That'll be kind of nice.
That is. That's pretty cool. I actually hadn't heard that yet.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cool. That will be.
Huh. I'm going to have to check some of that stuff out. We learned some stuff in
I know,
chat
that's
today.
awesome. Yeah,
I can't wait to
appreciate
go.
that, guys. Yeah.
That's awesome. So.
Yeah, we don't know everything. We're just two guys. So
Oh yeah, we just love VR, and we're still learning stuff every day, just like everybody else. So,
absolutely.
That's awesome. So
I just really want to play something, man. Like can
yeah, we
play
need to get into place. I don't know what our plans yet are. We might be going to Busch Gardens, and maybe I'll try to get some footage of that. Maybe I'll try to put a VR 180 video up on the channel of that. I don't know yet, but I think we pretty much covered just about everything, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I don't think any games left. You got anything else to give away over
Nope.
there?
I think that's
No?
it. I think we popped everything out here pretty quick.
And no coffee cups on our store to give out yet?
Oh wait a minute, I do have one more.
You do?
Yep.
Ooh.
So this
Nobody
is
even-
an Oculus Store code, not Quest. This is regular Oculus Store.
This is one I want to go play too.
And this is for Standout. So Standout did port over to the Oculus Store. This is the last one we got for today. And so hopefully somebody can grab that. And I love Standout. We've talked about Standout a couple times, and we've both spent a lot of time in Standout when that first came out and a while after it came out. But
It's
great
still
game.
a game. Yeah. And actually they have bots in there too that are actually pretty good. Like sometimes you don't realize. I remember in the early days when they had the bots, we didn't even know if they were, because they're so far away and your engagements happen at farther ranges.
Yeah.
That we didn't know if they were real or bots at one point, but
right, yeah. And
which is nice.
Yeah, and the visual clarity should be better in the Rift S too. We haven't went into Standout in the Rift S yet, but
That's true.
And Greg's VR said "Thrill of the Fight" on Steam Oculus is the real fitness butt kicker, which I haven't tried that one. I
I've
might
heard
have to.
that,
I might
too.
have to get into that. I heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I did too. That would be
So.
cool. Yeah. See, oh yeah, definitely make sure you check out some of our coffee cups too. The one coffee cup is double-sided too, so make sure you check.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to order that one too. And I still have my Paradise Decay mug and my VR Roundtable mug back there. So I'll still be busting those out too, because I'm trying to start a collection now. I just need like all these cool coffee cups, because now that we do a show called Coffee and VR, I just like to have some cool cups.
I
so.
know, you're gonna have to have a shelf of them.
Yeah, and everybody make sure if you haven't yet, put your stuff into the Discord under the mugshot section. Put your coffee cup pictures and stuff like that, and
sure.
we will try to get them up on the show. So
Yeah, we definitely need some good ones.
Yeah.
I want some coffee makers too. Like I really want to see
Yeah.
what coffee makers you
Yeah,
have.
if you
because
have some
I'm definitely in the
suggestions.
market.
yeah, if you have some suggestions of really good coffee brews and stuff. And Nate Newman said, I don't understand how to get a code. So basically, you want to have.
Oh, yeah.
We usually try to put what store it is on. This one is an Oculus Store code, so make sure you have at least your Oculus app open on your phone. And if you go to the Oculus app and you go to the settings, I believe, and redeem code. So settings.
Yep.
Yeah, redeem code, and you put the code in there. That'll get it on the Oculus Store. And for Steam, you just go into your Steam store and you hit Add Game. I think it's in the lower left-hand corner.
It is.
Yep, and then you put the code in there. So that's for Steam games. So
Click through a couple.
just so you
menus.
know for future reference. So
And these are one-use codes.
right.
So they're for one copy. It's not like a beta access or something
Yep.
where everybody can grab
And
it.
this is the full game. So if you get the
Yep.
code, that's the full game. And we do give every once in a while somebody wants us to give away a beta kit. I think we gave some away to Day to Night last week, which is an awesome game, and I cannot wait for that to come out. And but those were beta keys to test out because the game's not out yet. So
yeah, so we try and let people know when that's the case, because you can't really judge a game during alpha, beta access, build access.
Yeah. So T-Dub asked if the wife got her pink PD cup, and she did order it. We have not got it in the mail yet, but she did order the pink PD cup. Paradise Decay exclusively put that pink cup on the store because she requested it, and she did order one. She ordered one that day, so hopefully that comes in here pretty soon. So she's excited about it, and I was like, "Do you want a rendered reality mode?" She's like, "No." I was like, "What?" I was like, "You want the pink PD mode? You don't even want ours." So,
yeah, it's cheating on you.
I know that's messed up, right? It's messed up. But yeah, so we're excited to see that. So, but I think that pretty much wraps up the show for today. I mean, we could stay here all day and talk about VR. We love it, but I might
get in and play some here after this.
Yeah.
So if anybody's up looking to play some, I've been wanting to play some like Assetto or Project Cars 2, some stuff like that, some drivers.
So my wife just texted me and said that because she can hear me, she said, "Lies, you asked if I wanted socks." So that's correct. I didn't ask her about the cup. I asked her if she wanted rendered reality socks, and she said no. So maybe she wants a cup. I don't know. We don't have a pink one available for her yet, but maybe we'll get one up there. But so yeah. But if you do get on, I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to get on today. Maybe tomorrow some.
Sure.
Maybe today, maybe this evening. I'm not sure yet. But if we do go to Busch Gardens, I might try to sneak the camera in there and try to get some footage of that. I think that might be kind of cool. I haven't tested it yet with not having it on a tripod, so I don't know, because I won't be able to take the tripod and stuff with me. I'll just do it all holding it. So I might try it out and see how it goes. So
yeah, at least just see what it looks like.
Yeah. So it's fun to play with. And when we did the video at the inn at Forest Oaks, the couple that we had went there with for the weekend, we had them over last week, and they had never tried VR or anything before. So they went into that video. I put them in there, and they were blown away. They're like, his exact words were, "It's like stepping back into a memory," which somebody else had said something about that on one of the videos too. Cool. And it really is. I mean, like when you go back into it, it feels like you went back into that memory of being there, which is so cool. And the VR stuff, the video stuff's only going to get better. So I mean, that's gonna. It's better than looking at a picture. You can go back into a memory of a place you were, and and it just puts you back in there. It's really cool.
And I just feel like VR just does not get a good rep. Like, you cannot know what it's like until you experience it. So like, if you're debating buying one, you're watching this, buy one. Just please do yourself a favor and buy a headset. I don't care what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, make sure it's at least a decent one, but it's just
at least a Quest. At least get a Quest.
Yeah, Quest. Sure.
You need that 6th degree of freedom.
You do. Yeah.
If you got a PC capable of running a PC VR headset, look into that. And somebody said just the word index. I missed what it was all said, but we definitely can't wait to get into the index. I mean, we're in June now, right? So I don't know if it's going to ship on June 28th or if we're going to be getting it on June 28th. I have no idea, but I cannot wait. And my only fear is that we sold this house and we're moving. We bought a new house. I'm so afraid that we're going to get the new house and they're going to ship my index to this house and somebody else is going to have brand new index, and I'll probably cry a little bit. But so I'll definitely have to get the address. Yeah, I'll have to get it forwarded. But I think that's all we got for today. We definitely appreciate everybody hanging out with us for a while this morning and talking about some coffee and some VR.
I can't wait to get my hands on the index. I'm so frustrated I didn't get in on that first shipment.
It's all right. You can drive to 500 miles to come play. We'll do a special video here. And I do have my laptop should be able to run it though. It has a 2070. I'm hoping that it'll be able to run the index, and so then I can bring it back. Like I can bring it back when I come back to Ohio or whatever. So, and there are a bunch of videos out now that people gave their first impressions on the index, so you can check those out. I watched Anton Hand, his video, and he's the developer of H3VR, so check that out. He did a great video on that if you want a little bit more information. And everybody really likes it so far, and I honestly cannot wait. So
yeah, I know. I just I'm so mad. I want it now. I really am. I mean, the controllers, everything on it.
Yeah. So we'll do some videos and stuff. And
the higher res, anything higher res, I feel like. Because some people that try it, they just said they feel like they're looking through like glasses and stuff still.
Right.
So a little bit wider field of view and a lot bigger rendering on the screens, I feel like.
That 144 hertz, a lot of people are talking about how that they can tell the difference between the 144 hertz and the 120.
I get the one. I mean, 120 is still going to feel like a lot. I don't know though. the rendering though process in game for 144 and how quick and fast that is, that's going to be tough. I mean,
I don't know.
you would
People
have to
are
have a
doing it.
simpler game. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
and they're turning down some other settings too to make it do
Sure
the
they are.
144. But I can't wait to just try it. I mean, as long as I can run a lot of the games in 120, I'll be happy. But I would still like to see the 144 and just see what that feels like and looks like. And I'm just so scared going back to that 72 of the Quest is going to be a kind of a shocking experience after getting used to 120. I have no idea, but hopefully that won't be the case.
I mean, I mean, at that point, it's, half. So,
right.
I mean, just like with recordings and video and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I mean, you can always divide it out in halves evenly, and it should feel close to the same. So going from 72 to 144, I don't think it's going to be that huge of a difference.
I bet you'll be surprised.
But at the same time, yeah, it will be. I mean,
yeah,
I
don't know. I can't wait to find. I'll let you know.
I know.
Since you won't have yours right away, I'll let you know how it feels.
I thought
I'll
maybe
mail
I'd
it to
get
you.
lucky
I'll mail it
because
to you. You can mail it back.
I had to just miss that deadline, so I was hoping maybe they'll have more inventory than they thought, and I would get bumped to it. But
Yeah. Well, you can go to Main Fan's house. He's first wave too. He's like 2 hours north of me, so he's a little closer for you. All right, guys. We should probably wrap this up though. We've been probably going for like 2 hours now, so. But we'll probably try to get some videos out this week. We will do another Coffee and VR next weekend, hopefully on Saturday again, I believe. Should be the plan. So
definitely hit us up on Discord. I want to get out and play some stuff, guys. Like I know we keep kind of talking about like what games to play and stuff, but
unfortunately, life's been a little crazy for both of us. I'm selling a house. Tyler had his father was in the hospital for a while, and so it's been a little crazy for us the past couple weeks. But we're definitely getting back into some VR. So
it's a nice thing, man. We can take our new headsets with us.
Well, Quest has come in handy lately. Like not being able to come home and stuff. I've been able to take it with me, and I've done that. So that's been awesome. So, Main Fan said come over, so you can drive here. You can save 2 hours.
I know we can meet there.
Yeah, we'll just meet at his house. We'll just get both index. So I'll bring the laptop and the index. We'll get 2 setups going at the same time.
Right? I know.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
That would be cool.
All right, guys. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. We'll stop yapping now. We've been going for a long time.
Yep, that's true.
So definitely spread the word for get up to 1,000 subs, and we'll do an extra giveaway thing.
Yeah,
and
I should
try
have
some
checked.
other stuff.
Did we hit 800?
We did. We did surpass 800. So
nice.
Definitely appreciate that. That's pretty awesome.
That's super cool. Yeah, appreciate that, guys.
And gaming science teacher said, "See you guys in the metaverse." So
I know exactly.
That's where I want to head. So if we don't go to Busch Gardens, then that's what I'm going to do. So we'll see. I'll see what the wife wants to do. So got to keep them happy. So all right, guys. Yep. All right. Have a good one. We'll see you later.
See you in VR, guys. Later.
Later.